this is your water. There's a water right there, by the side of the camera. Is that the cock block?
Yeah. All right, we can start when I position. Oh, I taped the camera up though.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I adore you. Pete, I need a pink marker, a purple marker, and a blue marker. And then I need a black marker. Because
All
I'm
ordered.
gonna color the Bi Pride flag around the edges of this block, and then I'm gonna write on one side.
By block.
No. I'm not single, and then on the other side, I'm on standby.
I'm on standby.
Stand by.
Oh,
By.
okay.
Ha. Shut up, Gordon. Standby block. It's hysterical.
I find it humorous.
I'm on standby block. Done.
Oh.
Heard. Exit again. Exit again.
Boop 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 boop. Too bad we can't interact with the streams. Why don't you just keep one on the table?
Because one is the siren song feed.
The Paranormal Open Mic one sounds better. The siren song one is not. Doesn't sound as good.
That was when it was the forward-facing camera, which has a.
No, it's still like I was watching Courtney do her singing for the day after.
Yeah, that
And
was me too. I did it wrong because it was over here, right?
no, I thought it was over here.
Well, that's not good.
Well,
That's good. Can you wave your hand in front of this microphone so I can see where someone's like body would be if they're sitting in that chair? Beautiful. All right, that's good. I'm gonna go live on this one. Are we ready? Any last second things? Do you have to plug this in? Okay. And I'm ready to go live.
yeah, I'm pretty good. Like
Oh, do you want to hit record on this?
it's already recording.
It's recording.
Yeah, it's got like 500 minutes of record time.
Beautiful. It looks like it's recording too.
Yep.
Robert, welcome. You are
Hey. Love Robert. How's it going?
great.
Excellent. Good to hear. Good to hear.
Actually, do you go live? Do you want to see the siren songs live feed?
Oh, yeah, I can look.
And then we just
And I'm not going to go live on Weird Howard.
Sure.
I'm not going to.
Can if you want to, I think, but I'm not sure. I forget. How does it look?
Oh.
Let's check the Paranormal Open Mic. Hi guys, on the live stream, we're just checking that it
Oh.
looks right and you can see us, and then we're gonna get started here. 2 minutes.
Weird Howard joined. That's me.
All right, let's see. Beautiful. I think that goes. Oh, do you want to check the Siren Song Tavern one?
All right, let me look.
And
here.
that one should come up. Yeah, if just type it in the search bar.
Normally comes right up for me.
Maybe it didn't. Here we go, live. Hello, Siren Song Tavern feed. We're checking that you look right. Looks like we have a couple
there we go.
people. What do you think?
I think it looks good. Yeah.
We're not even moving though.
We're not. Well, it's
Okay,
still.
so like if I'm sitting here, then where am I? We're just checking it really quick and we're gonna get started.
Yeah. Just a minute. Sorry, guys.
Because it
We're
has
watching.
a delay.
There's a bit of a delay.
Is it there yet?
You're sitting down.
Beautiful. All right, cool.
All right.
So I just need to change the camera to face me a little more.
Yeah, that's it.
I have my needs. No, I'm kidding. Robert, do you need a drink? Hell yeah. All right. All right. And then I think we're ready to get started. Stream 1, stream 2. We're recording. Hi, guys. My name is Peter Nelson.
And I'm Gordon Cladworthy.
And this is the Paranormal Open Mic, where we talk about ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot. What's your favorite cryptid, Gordon?
The Wookiees from Star Trek.
Is that a cryptid?
No, is that a cryptid? No, that's not cryptid. Bigfoot. No. My favorite cryptid of all time is the Flatwoods Monster.
The Flatwoods Monster.
100%. That's my favorite cryptid. It's got a big, like a spade-shaped head. It's got big 2 glowing eyes. It's like 10 foot tall. It's like a robot that came out from a damaged UFO and chased everybody away. It was scary. It's my favorite one.
That's insane. That's cool. I can't say I've heard of the Flatwoods Monster, but we got to check that out. Maybe do a future episode about that. Sounds like we have an expert on our staff anyways, right?
Oh, I love it. I just got a documentary I bought all about it. And the first one showed up and the disc didn't work. So I had to order another one. And they just sent it to me. Oh yeah, no. It's like the movie, everything that I like. It's like it's cursed.
Okay.
Like my computer malfunctioned. I lost last week's stream. The camera didn't record. I had to go to the hospital. Like it's just been a really cursed week for me.
That's not good. That's a lot of cursey stuff, which I could see might be a good segue to introduce our opening theme for the week, which is going to be curses. I feel like just because we're starting, so I wanted to go over the rules you and I were talking about for like people who come on.
Oh,
No. Never cross streams. But yeah, so we're called Paranormal Open Mic on Instagram. You can just look that up. We're powered by Weird Howard. You can also follow that tag under the same name. Really easy to find. And then if you are in the audience tonight and you come out and come on our show, you can expect that. We'll love to hear your story. We'll keep things on paranormal theme. We want to limit it to like maybe 15 minutes, depending on the story. Sometimes we'll give you more time, and other times 30 seconds will be all you get. But there was another thing. Oh, try and speak close to the microphone if you come on tonight. You want to speak close to the microphone. You want to follow the lead of the show. And I'm forgetting something. Was there one more thing?
Keep it on topic, close to the microphone.
And we'll ask questions. We'll interview.
We do. It is an interviewing process. So I'm going to ask you, how you felt when whatever happened.
Yeah.
What are the extenuating circumstances? But we're trying to do this. If you've seen a couple episodes, you know that we're really not judgmental about any of this.
I can't believe you said that just now.
Oh, I'm feeling judged.
I am judging you for saying that. I also kind of remember the one little last thing before we got on to curses was I am the bartender too. So when you guys need a beer, just wave your hand at me. I'll come down and serve you. And then Gordon has been so wonderful as a co-host to carry the event during those times. And be easy on him, if you notice that I walk away for 2 seconds. But yeah, Gordon's here to help me out when I go behind the bar and do some drink serving. It really keeps things going when you guys purchase drinks here, or maybe a Cumboldt hoodie and stuff like that. Hashtag Cumboldt official, etc. I don't know. I'm ready to get started. That was the other rule. Don't hit the table.
Don't hit the table. Don't do what I just did.
Yeah. No, if you come on the tables, I can't even set down my drink too hard tonight, and that's gonna be. We're gonna see a few different times where that becomes a problem. I'm so sure. Curses, Gordon. Curses. So, what are different ways that people use the word curse? They go curses foiled again, or curse words. What do you know? What do you think?
Curses foiled again, like they're like a dime store villain.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
you know, like what?
Curses foiled again. You know.
It'd be funny if they were actually cursed.
Yeah.
Like, or they were actually doing. Are they doing a curse, or are they saying they've been cursed when they say curses foiled again?
I love just cursing. I love cursing for one. That's my deal when I'm off the when I'm just using my own voice that's not being recorded. I love just swearing all the time. I love coming up with new swear words. I'm a cursey kind of guy, but I love the subject matter. You know, it's so broad when it comes to curses and cursing. I've definitely had experiences where I felt like I was giving and receiving curses, and I'm sure a lot of us have, you know.
You curse both ways, Peter.
Yeah, and we've all felt it. You know, I feel like that really brings it home for anyone checking this out. You know, I mean, we've all felt like we've had the toughest day, and when it rains, it pours. I mean, look outside, and then look at how many people made it tonight. It can be interesting to have to process what goes on in our lives, and there's nothing better than to blame it on a curse, you know. And
It's that cursed weather.
yeah, the cursed weather. Have you guys ever hexed a person? Have you ever just, you know I have sent energies out into the world, and I feel like sometimes when things either go my way or don't, I want to blame it on those energies, you know. That's definitely, that happens, you know.
Well, energies are really unique, Peter. When we talk about magics and we talk about the when we open the door to the paranormal.
To the paranormal.
Normal. Sorry, I wanted to do that.
Yeah. We got to get a soundboard.
We do.
But we can't have it on tonight because it'd thump the table too much.
It would.
This table is cursed. This event, we're working with a cursed table. We're in a haunted bar, and most of us are getting ghosted by someone right now as we speak. So if this isn't paranormal, then I want you guys to go and check out those UFOs that are being shrouded by the overcast, because they are out there. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of UFO talk. Paranormally, 2022 was the most paranormal year of all time. There were more reports of UFOs, of Bigfoots, of aliens, of ghosts, of strangely walking turkeys. I don't know. That's
something. Strangely walking turkeys. Let's take a little pit stop right there. Strangely talking turkeys.
No,
walking.
Not walking. Yeah, they didn't talk. Well, they gobble, but that doesn't really.
What's the story behind that? Was that just?
It was somewhere a little south of us in California. It was the end of the year, and a bunch of turkeys. A bunch of wild turkeys had taken over a block of a town, and anybody that came into that area got chased out by turkeys. And that is got to be one of the weirdest curses I've ever heard.
The turkey curse.
The turkey curse.
I always love the idea, what I imagined you saying right there kind of had this similarity. Like, I always think something descending from the sky and attacking you. That's one of the funniest concepts I think exists, you know?
It's like spite.
A bunch of bees descend from the sky and start stinging the crap out of you. You're cursed, you know? That's not just a guess or a point with, like, blame, where you blame someone for the bee. I mean, like, someone has cursed you if bees descend from the sky. If on The Wizard of Oz, the flying monkeys all descend from the sky.
If anything descends from the sky and attacks you.
What if it's just flies and they just land on you?
I'm pretty sure that was one of the curses in ancient Egypt, wasn't it? Like flies? Did the flies come
There's
before?
locusts.
It was
There's
locusts?
the locusts and the frogs.
I thought they had flies too. Do
Yeah.
you think the frogs ate the locusts?
I
or-
don't. I mean, like those two things. I mean, for one, we're gonna probably try and like redirect our food supply to being something more like insect powder. So locusts would not be a curse. That's actually a good thing. Frogs, people eat frog legs. And what I think is weird is how they equivalence everything to plague. You know, it's like, hey, we threw the frogs at him. That didn't work. It's like, all right, give him the plague. It's like, those are two completely different curses.
I had somebody. I was shopping at the store, and somebody was telling me about GMO food.
What
and
does
how
GMO stand for?
Like genetically modified
Food.
food or organism.
Organism.
GMO.
Yeah.
And they were yelling at me because I was buying some tomatoes, and they were like, you know, they've been putting frog DNA in tomatoes, and
That's how you get Jurassic Park.
That's how you get
With
Attack of the Killer
tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Yeah, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
But I was like unfazed because I was like, you can eat them both,
Yeah.
and I didn't like that.
That's yeah. GMO. I love the idea of just like what exactly could happen if you cross too many genes together. I think it's weird like
Don't cross the genes.
yeah, don't cross genes. No, I don't have any curses. Curses.
Yeah, no, we're back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What is there? Do you think the GMO
think it's
brand is cursed? Because that's I always try and stay away from two different groups that will not get along. Right? There's always like in politics, it's just always like kids, different subjects that you can argue against, and it's like two different kids where you're the adult and you come in the room and you're like, well, clearly you two won't leave each other alone and you won't get along, so. And then the adult has to come into the room and be like, you guys aren't allowed near each other. And then the two kids, they always want to fight no matter what. And why do we separate kids that always fight with each other and won't just get along for 2 seconds?
You gotta put the kids in the giant friendship shirt. It's like an
Yeah.
extra large shirt that says we're friends now, and one kid gets one arm.
So should we
the
do
other
that
kid
to
gets
Mitch
the other.
McConnell and AOC?
Yeah, I
just
would
have them
pay
go in the
money.
friendship shirt.
I would pay money to see that.
Yeah, they would be.
Oh, that'd be disgusting though. Can you imagine being in? The
Yeah,
same
I know.
shirt
I would
with-
never want to be in a T-shirt with AOC.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Curses. So yeah, I mean, like, I
Well-
stubbed my toe really bad a few different times on the same item.
Ooh.
Is that a curse? Is it just that I have no idea of feng shui?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't follow feng shui, is your room cursed?
Is my room cursed? Yeah.
Is your room cursed because you didn't follow? Because I mean, all curses are about following laws and rules, right? All curses boil down to you didn't do this, so now you're gonna suffer that.
Yeah. They're curses, but they're also coercive.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that's
like, because you're not going to just curse someone because they're chilling out, hanging out there. You had an interaction, and either they did what you want or they didn't, and one way to get back at them is casting a curse.
Yeah, because if you're cursing somebody for just lounging about, then that thing's gonna bounce back. That's energy coming back to you.
So I have a real-life story about, and, like, I feel like it's just so dumb sometimes that we do this show, and as one of the dedicated people doing this, every time I tell a story, it's a personal story for myself. It's like, what? So am I cursed with a bunch of paranormal experiences? And I'm not claiming that, but I for once would love to. I don't know. I mean, like, I guess we just interview people and it's someone else, but I have a lot of experiences with whatever we're talking about, and this is another one of them. And I just think that's really just highly suspect that it's always like, oh, what else happened to Peter this week? How is he just creating content? But my experience with the curse was interesting because it had a lot to do with what you're saying. And it was basically, I really didn't like this person a whole lot. I was very upset with the way that they had treated me, and I felt like they had like devalued me so much in the way that they had treated and interacted with me, and I was pissed, you know. And so, at the job that I was at, I would have to just stand in one spot for like a whole ton of time and just wait for like customers to come through. And during that time, I would just sit there and like think about how pissed I was about that, and then take that energy and send it off in the universe, you know? And I would focus that energy and I'd send it off, and I would be like, this person will be getting a DUI. You know, the person that pissed me off is like, they're going to get a DUI. I'm sending it out there as hard as I can. Get a DUI. You're getting a DUI. They're totally, and I sent, that was like my focus, though. It was very specific, and I forget why. I think it was just because like it had affected me in that way, and I just was sending out all this energy for them to get a DUI. And 2 weeks into that, and I'm not saying that it was like a really easygoing like focus. Like I was, for the sake of everyone listening right now, I was very, very upset and pissed about what they did, and I did put lots of energy into my focus over those 2 weeks, and then at the end of that, they got a DUI. They did. It happened, but it blew my mind because I had never actually, like, I was putting focus into that. It was my number one thing on my mind was just sending this curse at this person. And then when so the reason I was saying I'd always stand in one spot at my job is because I was at a computer. And when I could look at the police logs from that computer, which is every day, I'd come in, I'd be like, oh, I hope you get a DUI. And then I would go and check the police logs. Nothing yet. Maybe tomorrow. And then it only took 2 weeks of that. 2 weeks in, I look, police log, exact person's name. And I nearly passed out. I did not, like, when you have these surreal moments in your life where you're just like, what exactly just happened here? Because this isn't real. This is an item of fiction. And I bridged fiction into my life. And I just said, world, give this person a DUI as hard as I could. And I sent that out there. And 2 weeks later, after just all this focus, they were there with a DUI. I was so excited because I hated what they did. And it did happen to them. And I'd never had an experience where I've willed something in such a way. And for one, it was inspiring for like anyone out there who doesn't think that they have power in their lives. Like you do. And if you believe in yourself, that's really all that's needed. But on top of that, I got a DUI as well.
Oh, you got it back.
Yeah.
Because whatever you put out there,
Yep.
you get back.
And
did you give the DUI to the person that you wanted to, or was it just somebody with the same name?
No, it was the person I wanted to. Very unique name too, so there's no mistaking it. These were all like very. It was a very unique name to this person. I knew right away. There's only one of them in the community, but I thought about what I did when I cursed this person while I was in lockup from my DUI, you know? Which, for one, I don't believe in incarceration. I think incarceration's the most messed up thing. There are people that I hate as much as this person that I'm talking about, and I would never wish incarceration upon them. We have so many people out there that are passionate in the field of psychology, and we can treat people. We don't have to incarcerate them. We have the tools, and the fact that we opt for incarceration is inhumane and should be ended, and we need to have a correct system in this nation and worldwide on how to handle people who deviate from our cultural standards, you know? But that's not paranormal. But yeah, so you curse someone, it's going to happen to you. You can curse people. It's not completely unreal. It's a thing. You have to do it right, and you might not be successful at it, and you might blame it on not being able to curse. But from my experience, I'm pretty sure I cursed someone, and it did bounce back and curse me. And so that's like which logical
That's the
fallacy is
rules.
that?
That's the rules of magic.
It's the rules of magic, but also associating that experience as just complete evidence of the matter. You never know, but for what it looked like and what people tell you it is, that was a curse scenario.
Do you think the reason we have so many UFO crashes are because somebody in Area 51 is just like crash?
Yeah. it's like Stranger Things, you know? But instead of like doing all the Stranger Things stuff, like one of their psychic kids' assistant has a very vague job description, so he makes the kid just do random shit. He's like, hey, how many UFOs are overhead? And they're like, I'm psychic, this hurts, please don't. And it's like, no, we're the CIA, we don't care. How many? It's like 1. It's like, all right, make it crash. You know?
Let's make it crash.
That's the only way to battle an alien is with psychic powers, by the way, because otherwise you don't stand a fighting chance, you know? Who's beeping? Someone's beeping.
I think it's the siren song.
That sounds like one of our phones.
All right, we're gonna take a break real quick.
No, keep going.
All right, we're gonna keep going real quick. Ah! We'll just pretend that the siren song is sinking. So, yeah, curses, man. Curses. All right, question from the audience.
Do the two eyelids in the pupil from the CBS symbol have anything to do with CBS standing for curse, blame, swear?
All right. Let me see if I get this question right. Do the two pupils,
The one pupil
and the two eyelids in CBS,
CBS symbol.
the CBS, the logo, the CBS,
For
curse, blame, swear, CBS.
maybe that's a big brother.
We got to keep it on the paranormal subject, Robert. That's more graphic design.
The two eyelids are UFOs in the pupil.
That's a graphic design
Are
question.
you trying to say that the good people at the CBS broadcasting service are all controlled by the UFOs?
Black Rock. The building Black Rock is based on the Saturn Black Rock that they have in a cube and everybody goes around and spinning.
The Saturn Black Rock that everybody
It
go.
looks like Onyx, but it's Black Rock from Saturn. So they named the building Black Rock for CBS station.
Yes. And so Robert he was asking, what did he ask us right now?
I don't think that was a question. I think that was a declarative statement.
All right. So then we also, so another thing we were trying to do is, for those of you in the audience tonight, the recording that we're doing, you can't hear what you guys are saying. So we need you to come up and speak into a microphone in order for the people viewing us to hear what you're saying. And so we do have a spare guest seat open tonight.
So
For
if somebody
that,
would like to come up and talk about curses.
yeah, and we were looking for a real life experience with a curse if anyone has it. And then also, if you're shouting out from the audience, we need you to keep it to a minimum so that people can actually hear what you're saying on the final product of what we're recording right now. So it can really deviate from what we're trying to do if we have shout outs from the audience. But you are all you are all welcome to come up and participate in this. Even if you just have a story about someone you know being cursed or cursing, just raise your hand. And actually, there's 2 different hand signals we're doing tonight. You guys we're doing hand signals.
This is
When
really
you just
complicated, Peter.
yeah, it's complicated. If you need a beer, just sit where you are and wave your hand around. But if you want to come on, wave your hand around, and then start walking towards us, and then wait for us to welcome you on. And for those of you just joining us, my name is Peter.
I'm Gordon.
And this is Paranormal Open Mic, powered by Weird Howard. And you can visit those handles at Paranormal Open Mic or
And Weird Howard.
Weird Howard.
And this is the most cursed show of all time.
I mean, we're cursed tonight. I was really, I'm glad everyone who made it out here made it out because it's, it's so windy and rainy out there. and I'm just, there's actually way more people here for this than I thought there would be based on the weather. I'm bartending right now too, so I'll be over to help you guys. We have some menus on the bar.
And I'll keep it going.
And for those of you just joining us, we have a third microphone available tonight. And is that beeping again? No? Okay, cool. We have a third microphone available tonight. So if you guys have any experiences with curses, come tell us about your curse stuff. Stay within 3 inches of the microphone when you're talking so everyone can hear you. What you do say up here is getting recorded and streamed, so keep that in mind.
If you don't want to be recorded for the later stream, we can take it. We can cut your story out.
Last time you cut a customer, you got arrested. It was like, hey, Gordon, put the knife down.
That customer deserved.
It's okay if they disagree.
I needed blood for the ritual.
But some of you I recognize. We have a co-host, Gordon Clatworthy, here with me tonight, and he does Weird Howard. So all of the media recording that's going on, that's him. And so his production house is called Weird Howard. And then tonight,
we do weird things.
Tonight we're doing curses.
Paranormal
Curses.
Open Mic. Come on up here, talk to us. If you believe in curses, if you've been cursed, if you've put a curse out into the universe, if you've beaten a curse.
Have you beaten a curse? Yeah. Anyone beat a curse?
Anybody beat a curse? Anybody have a ritual that you always do? Like, I never wash my left sock when I play baseball. That's technically, I think that counts in the umbrella of the curse.
Yeah.
Or the non-curse. Because you're trying to ward away. You got the evil eye, and so you come up with a ritual to protect yourself. Does anybody out there have any weird rituals that you do? You do.
Yeah, you're doing one right now.
All right. So Peter, do you want to serve those guys? I'll talk.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hop down, and then I had a couple thoughts, and they're all disconnected because I smoked too much. But so
just enough, Peter. We smoked just enough.
Yeah. The ritual. I completely forget. There's a ritual. What were you saying before that?
Curses.
The curses.
Dealing with curses. Beating curses.
Beating curses. I'll remember it the second I try to.
Of course.
Remember. Oh yeah. So what we went over tonight, so far is about how I
don't hit the table.
Don't hit the table.
3 inches from the microphone.
3 inches from the microphone.
If you don't want to be recorded, you tell us and we'll cut your thing out. I won't actually cut you.
You're always trying to cut people.
Yeah.
So curses can be something that you see happen to people and they may not perceive that they are cursed, but then you just see them conduct themselves through each day. And, getting into this event, when we all started it, I had no idea what would happen because it's a weird-ass event to do. I haven't heard of anything like this going on. But I feel like event production can be just an area of being cursed. And I was actually talking to someone earlier that the second you set up something when you're doing event production, that's when everyone comes to touch it, Like this camera, I'm so surprised no one sat on that stool closest to it and just like bumped it all the time. Or we had some guy like touching and looking at the camera while we're up here, Just kidding. He's helping us.
No, he's good. He's a good guy.
But I feel like sometimes, man, the more I care about something, the more it just gets effed up,
That's a reverse curse.
And the second you want something to work is the second that it breaks Murphy's Law, Murphy's Law about that kind of thing.
Murphy was an optimist, though.
Murphy was an optimist. Let's get on a quick little tangent that we can hear you talk a bunch during. And then I'm going to go and do some drink serving.
All right.
So what, have you ever been cursed? Share some information about what your life is like in terms of whether or not you feel like you've seen or experienced curses.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could say that I'm a pretty cursed person. I mean, let's see here. I've dealt with several medical issues. I've dealt with the complete collapse of 2 films that I've worked on. But I maintain a positive aura around me. Aura? Is that the right word? Aura. Yeah, that works. So that's how I deal with it. You know, I try to radiate positivity in the world, and that normally gets me through most things. Robert, did you have you had a protection that you do?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Do you want to talk about that?
Okay.
You want to come on up here? Careful to not bump the table.
Okay. All right.
Don't cross the streams. Don't bump the table. You got it?
Got it.
All right. There we go. There we go. Oh, we made it. All right. So how do you protect yourself from the universe?
I reverse things that I wear.
Oh, that you wear.
Yeah.
So so that hat is a reversed hat?
Well, I'm comfortable with doing the hat this way probably because of my reversal stuff, but this hat isn't exactly that technique.
I like that. I like that. So you go, hey, the universe is giving me all these weird signals and auras. If I reverse the clothes, they'll think, oh, it's not the right, and they bounce off.
Well, actually, a lot of people just don't notice or care, but maybe they feel it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can definitely feel. You definitely feel it. How do you what do you think is the biggest curse that you've kind of been able to banish?
I can cover the inside-out pants because of the pockets with a pair of underwear.
Like Superman trunks.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. That's a unique way of protecting yourself.
It could be like a chakra thing.
Oh, it could be. It could be protecting all the chakras of your body by inside-out clothes. You know, I think wasn't it like one of the Back to the Future movies where they were like, oh, all kids in the future wear their pants inside out.
I watched that movie. I never saw that one. Maybe it was the sequel. I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I think it was Back to the Future too. But yeah, you're living that dream. You're living that reality.
Yeah, I can do a lot of stuff because I don't have many people in my life that worry about humiliation.
I mean, if you're not worried about being humiliated, then yeah, you can get away with all kinds of things.
It's a kind of a freedom.
It is. It is a freedom. And that's a positive aura I think you're putting out in the world.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I also think I'm right. Which is why I get into so much trouble.
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah. Marvin, did you want to talk about anything? You're good? All right.
Oh, I heard the term reverse technology.
Oh, no, I want to hear this. What's reverse technology?
That's when you take blueprints or key lines or wireframes and you start from the product designer's last expiration or their fruition, and then you go backwards to the brainstorming and the initial thumbnail.
So it's like decompiling something that's already built into just the ideas of the thing, and then maybe using those ideas to branch off to see what other possibilities could exist out there in the universe.
That's right.
Do you believe in parallel universes, parallel dimensions?
Yes.
Do you think there's a dimension where I'm funny?
Yes.
Do you think it's this one?
I think it's this one. That's the vehicle. Your humor is the vehicle to put this medium digestible into our thoughts.
Thank you for that. I feel loved and not cursed right now. I just want to put that out there.
Do you think that you have that ability because of the sounds in the name Gordon?
Oh, no, what?
maybe you heard that name through your parents' voice, and it programmed you to be just what you said, your definition.
Are you saying that our names program us and how we persist in this world?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. If you could change your name, and you could be any name, what energy would you put out?
I can't remember, but I've given it great thought. So maybe something not based on like forget, like because of the 45 Grave song, Forgive and Forget.
Oh, I see. Now, what do you when you say Gordon has this? What do you?
Gordon could be like gorgeous or gourd mixed with on, like this is right on, or it could be backwards, on gourd, or on gorgeousness, or on gourd, or gourd could be like gourd backwards, like Gort from the robot from The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Oh, I like that. I like that movie. Klato Verada Nicto. Well, I'm gonna tell you to definitely gourd on. How about that?
I will do that.
All right. Gourd on, Robert. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
I mean, thank you, Gordon.
On Gore. On Gore.
On Gore.
No, they won't actually say that. It won't catch on. I'm sorry. Well, thank you, Robert. Thank you for coming up, talking to us about how you reverse the curse. I like that. And we should all wear something inside out to reverse the curse. I only reverse my underwear when it is laundry day.
If you put your apron on backwards, that's a superhero cape.
If you put your apron on backwards, that's a superhero cape, and you will get grease on your shirt. I've seen it happen. Welcome back, Peter.
Thank you for welcoming me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gordon, so much. Guys, you want to give Gordon a little round of applause for carrying this event? He's really helped us out. Gordon's got the cameras going. Gordon's got the sound. Gordon is helping us document how wonderful of a series this is. I couldn't do this without you, buddy. Thank you so much.
I also couldn't do that. No, I did this 1 week without you.
We're gonna actually try and extract Gordon's soul from his body in front of a live audience just to see what kind of a paranormal level we can escalate things to. We got the Ouija board out. We're gonna do it.
We're
gonna do it,
focus
guys.
our energy.
I love this Ouija board, Gordon. You brought it, and I love Ouija boards because I remember I was in Ross the other day, and they had chocolate Ouija boards, and I was gonna buy them for this event and make people eat them and see what happens. That's probably why they were at Ross. It's like damaged goods.
That will be the most cursed poop.
If I have, yeah, exactly. And in fact, if you give a dog a chocolate Ouija board, they just react immediately. I've tried it at the dog park. They won't let me back. I think it's their fault for calling the breed Chocolate Lab, though. Yeah.
That's a curse. That was a curse put out there by the universe.
Yeah. But Ouija boards, I think that's always an interesting vessel for the paranormal. So a Ouija board is like one Ouija board. So that could be an increment of measurement where if you're trying to curse someone, why only use one Ouija board at a time,
Oh, there you go.
What are those things called? The little Oculus on the Ouija board?
Oculus?
A what? A planchette. I want to get and then you guys have seen Tom Green's Freddy Got Fingered, right? And he does Daddy, Would You Like Some Sausage?
I think you're
you guys haven't seen that movie. It's a really funny movie. If you haven't seen it, yeah, that's the title of it. It's funny. I swear.
It is a funny movie.
But he has a series of pulleys and ropes
Tom Green movie.
over everything.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Yeah, and so if
Daddy,
I had
would you like some
planchettes controlled where I have a bunch of planchettes being strewn across the room and I got 20 Ouija boards.
This is a very elaborate
then I could curse the crap out of someone,
Oh.
I could,
Oh, yeah, you would.
So I just get someone to sit in a magic seat, hey, follow these instructions, right? Just
It's like-
I don't tell them what they're getting into. I'm just like, move this
Open
thing.
the puzzle box.
Yeah, open the puzzle box. I don't get why Pinhead's like, you know, this apex of I will show you pain untold. It's like those are very small pins, you know? Wouldn't they be larger than that? It's like he got acupuncture. That's the bad guy. Some guy who walked out of his acupuncture appointment early, you know? Just me. All right, well, curses, guys. I was really hoping to get a bunch of people out, and then it was like pouring, and it's so windy. Did you guys just like, were you camping outside already? Like, no one drove here, right?
People were waiting. People were waiting in tents for that. Oh, no, that's just normal downtown Eureka.
But yeah, tonight we're doing curses. I'd love for someone to come up and tell a brief story about a time that they know someone who's been cursed or have cursed another person. We did go over a curse story earlier about my own experiences with a curse. If you guys want to check it out, it's all on our live stream on Paranormal Open Mic on Instagram and also the Siren Song Instagram.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. If you guys are ever like trying to figure out what's going on here on any given night, we do have stuff 7 days a week at the Siren Song, and it's either on our website. We have a calendar with everything detailed, or you can just check out the live stream and peek in like anyone here can do right now. And be like, hey, I want to go to that. Or who are those people and why are they covered in blue light as an event, you know?
A good number of the events are not cursed. Just FYI. Just putting that out there.
I'm a Red Sox fan.
That's a cursed team.
Yeah.
That is a
you guys
cursed
hear
team.
the curse of the Bambino? Yeah, we just did not win for years, you know? And that's why we're just going to keep doing this Paranormal Open Mic. Because if the Red Sox can win the World Series, we can make this event work, people. You know, I don't care how many times it's going to get rained out. Look at this. It's so rainy. It's just, how do you get this many people to an event on a Monday night, but also in this
In the
weather?
rain.
You guys are awesome. We broke 10 people tonight. Like, what? What's going on here?
Well, I think the more people that show up, the more protective the aura of Paranormal Open Mic is.
All
so
right.
the more people that show up, if you have a cursed friend, actually don't invite him.
Don't bring...
No, dude, we need content. Bring the cursed friend so they can talk about their curse.
So like, let's it's such a broad term, curses. We talked about cursing people. We talked about curse words.
Talked about reverse the curse.
Reversing curses, and you know, but how about what is this origin of curses? We used to explain sickness, right?
Oh, yeah, that
through
used to
calling
be-
it a curse. And so, like, I mean, the idea of a curse is that it's a bad thing, from what I understand, right?
Even
I'm not gonna curse you with health unless you're suicidal or something. Then
I curse you to live. No.
you're gonna feel fine, buddy.
Every Gen Z. Oh
Yeah.
man. Gotta live.
Yeah, some of us, you know, I've heard of like, you know, there are different forms of curses.
Yeah.
I know
yeah.
someone. There's this thing called the golden handcuffs. Have you ever heard of the golden handcuffs?
That sounds like something you have to pay extra for, Peter.
Yeah, exactly, right? But the golden handcuffs are when you're in such a good situation that you can't leave even though you want to.
Oh.
You know, like if you're at a job that you hate but they pay you a ton of money, those are the golden handcuffs that they put on you.
Oh, I
You
like-
can't
I like
leave
that.
because you're making so much money, but your boss just, you know, they're like Bill Lumberg. They're like, if you could go ahead and come into Paranormal Open Mic on Tuesday as well, that'd be great. You know?
Like, I really hate my job, but I have health care.
Yeah, fucking health
Damn
care.
it.
How many of you guys don't have health care and it's a problem? Just quick survey of the crowd.
I've
All
got
right.
health care and it is a problem.
Yeah.
It's even worse. It's worse if you do have health care. Yeah, haha. Oh, I only have to commute 6 hours to go see somebody. It's fine.
I don't have health care.
You don't need it.
Yeah, not yet. I just
Yeah.
go to Planet Fitness as much as I can, which is the cursed gym in town. So
Well, I mean,
put that
like,
one on
but
your
you
list.
get so many diseases there that you're basically immune to everything now.
Yeah, probably. Except I'll
They
give
don't
them to
wipe
other
those
people. No, guys, we also cover things that aren't curses. Do you know
Yes.
anyone who you're sure was possessed by a demon? Have you ever seen a mermaid? What have you guys seen out at sea in the woods around here? Have you seen anything in the sky? Have you ever heard sounds coming from a hole in the ground and you don't know where it goes? Have you detected a ghost of a relative present around you while you're all alone? What was it like? Could you see them? Anything. Yeah, I know. I'm just going for it. You got
All right,
one?
all right.
Come on down.
You can
Yes,
100
you can
that's
bring
what-
your
just-
beer.
Just
I'll
don't
shift over
bang
one
the
seat.
table.
We don't want to bump the table, and you want to be 3 inches from the microphone.
Right, I won't touch the table, and I'll stay 3 inches away from the microphone.
We're all just going to do our best. Welcome. What was your
right.
name again?
I'm Jaden.
Jaden. Everyone, big round of applause for Jaden for
Hey,
joining us this
everybody.
evening. Welcome
So-
to Paranormal Open Mic.
Thank you very much. So I'm a big believer in like self-fulfilling curses.
Self-fulfilling prophecies.
So almost. So you can make a person believe that they're cursed, and if you can make a person believe that they're cursed, then they're cursed.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because they're only going to pay attention to the bad things that are happening to them, right? So I tried this in high school because I was such a shithead in high school. And I read tarot cards in high school, and I told everybody that I was a psychic, and I don't know, was
As
I?
you
I
do.
don't know, yeah.
We
so
all have that phase.
right, I kind of like played with cartomancy cards. I was learning them, so I didn't want to I wasn't charging people. I was like, I'll just read your cards. And then I kind of realized that people believed it so much that I wanted to know if what I told them mattered. Because they couldn't read the cards.
That is a good a scientific basis, a good scientific study that you were. I like that. I like that a lot. That's.
So how did it go?
I totally power tripped. It was the best. So there was this one girl who I didn't like.
Hell yeah.
And her and her boyfriend were really irritating, right? Like, it's high school, it's theater.
Did you give her a
Yeah.
DUI?
I told her that the cards said that as long as she stayed with her boyfriend, bad things were going to continue to happen to her.
No.
Statistically not wrong.
Can I try being psychic right now? Can I try?
Please do.
She left him.
She super did.
Oh my God! Two
Super left
paranormal
him.
things at the same time.
But only after she was like, "That's bullshit. You're just full of shit." And then she came back to me a week later and told me all of the bad things that had happened to her that week.
Oh.
And I was like, "I just read the cards, okay? Like, I don't know. That's
Don't
what
hate
they
the player,
said."
hate the game, son. You know.
So I think that if you make like the vibe of giving someone a curse scary enough, they will curse themselves.
Oh my God.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
That's,
I don't
yeah,
see-
yeah. No, I agree.
it's damn good logic.
No, that was so I was talking earlier before your group got here about how like I cursed someone to give them a DUI and I shot the energy out in the universe as hard as I could and it worked after 2 weeks. Crazy story. Check it out on our feed later on, Paranormal Open Mic or on Weird Howard.
The actual DUI?
Yeah.
No,
we've-
don't
no.
worry. It'd be great if we could get the DUI footage of just like.
Oh my
walking
God, I don't want it. I fell flat on my face. Oh wait, yeah. So I gave this one person a DUI by sending the energy out in the universe,
Put the energy
and
out.
then I got a DUI later on, and I was so sure it's because I cursed this person, but it comes back to you.
That shit comes
and I was
back.
just sitting
It
there.
does.
I was sitting there in the holding cell, just like thinking about the fact that I did that. I mean, I was the one drinking too. It's not like they had a funnel you know. But I'm just blaming my DUI on a curse instead of my actions. Is everyone on the same page as me here?
Yeah, but you're allowed to do that because if you
I'm allowed
feel
to drive
like,
drunk?
Well, you know,
Oh my God.
you are,
wanna.
but there are consequences, right? Like you can decide whatever you want to do, and then other people can decide what they're gonna do because you did that.
Yeah.
But also, if you decide that you're cursed, you super are.
Yeah. Oh man, story of my life. So, anyways, this happened with the tarot cards. What came back to you?
Oh yeah.
Nothing. I had an awesome time.
Nothing. You just wind up at Paranormal Open Mic on a Monday and call it an awesome time. No, I'm kidding.
Actually, what did happen is I ended up breaking up a lot of couples
Hell yeah.
because
I do that
wanted
too.
to know how far I could take it.
You know, I think that's just putting positivity in the universe. That's what that is.
That's the
there's
coolest.
nothing-
Tell me
nothing
more
negative.
about curses, Jaden. I want to hear. There's got to be. Have you seen any other curses in your life?
I've definitely researched a lot of curses.
What's some cool stuff?
Let's see. This feels very inappropriate, but I wrote an anthropological paper like a long time ago about the religion of voodoo when it came over to the North and South America and curses within voodoo and what they really look like. And so I read a lot of books about people's personal experiences with those curses. And I will say, those are so, like, the rituals are so scary.
Yeah.
I would believe that I was cursed
No.
after that. It's so scary. There's a lot of, like,
There's a lot of theatrics.
there's a lot of theatrics.
But I mean, that's just activating that part of your brain, and like.
So it's like chiropractics, where you just convince someone you're doing something, and then they feel the effect.
Back feels good now, doesn't it?
I think chiropractors are the backbone of our society. Who's with me?
But
See, I'm a cursed comedian, Jaden. I have to just I advertise a non-comedy show, and people actually show up to it, you know? This is the bait and switch. This is, it's called comedic misdirection. It's pretty elementary.
I mean, you got a crowd. So.
Yeah. I don't know how. It's really wet outside, you know.
People are here to talk about the spirits, and here you are.
Yeah. I cursed this city with rain so that people had to be indoors so that people would have to, like, come in, you know. They're like, oh, my God, Old Town is...
It worked.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think those old fairy tale songs, or you know, like the old Rain, Rain, Go Away songs? Do you think those are ways to anti-curse the weather, to draw out the good weather? Do you think if we do enough of them, mentally we'll be able to change?
We can cause global warming.
I think if we do enough of them, eventually the rain will stop, and then we'll all pat ourselves on the back and be like, we did that.
Yeah.
was
We made
us.
all the rain stop in California. Everyone, let's get a beer. It's forever gone.
Oh, is there a drink special tonight?
You know, we're gonna do our drink special from the past two nights, or past two paranormal nights. Again, we're gonna do the same
Rogue
special again.
Dreamlands.
Rogue Dreamland
for
Lager.
$7.
It's $1 off, and it's called Dreamland, which is relevant. Jaden, did you know that? It's relevant. Cheers.
Relevant too.
We always love talking about traveling in dreams to another spot and being
Astral
like,
projection.
it's so real. Where am I? I traveled, and what that dreamscapes play is with what we see during waking life, and whether or not it means anything, or whether, you know, because if you see all these people out in front of us. What if you woke up and that wasn't, you know?
If you
That's
die
what dreams
in real
are like.
life, you die in your dreams.
Yeah, so, you know, can you,
That's very true.
yeah, like Freddy Krueger, Dream Curse. I don't know. I'm throwing words out. Jaden, how you
No,
doing?
I'm
Tell us.
with you. Okay, I'll leave actually.
No,
After
you
unless
don't
you want
have
me
to.
to stay.
Yeah,
'cause
keep
I'll
talking.
just keep talking.
Which one of your friends would join you if I have to go and serve beers right now? Can we grab any of them? Or does anyone in the audience
I'll
want to join?
bet. Yeah, but I won't let them know which one it'll be, and then I'll just send one of
You
them
gotta
up
duck,
here.
duck, goose.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta
Just
you gotta
duck,
text
duck,
it.
goose. I'm going to go and
Staring.
bartend for 2 seconds. And then if you guys want to talk about dreams and curses in dreams, and you don't have to stay for anything that you don't want to also
No,
as well.
I'm down.
You're
I'm
welcome.
here for
You're
it.
co-host for the next 20s. Let's say like maybe 5 or 7 minutes. You can say and co-host as much as you want, Jaden.
Yeah,
Great,
and if
I'm
you have
doing
a
it.
tangent that you want to go down that's calling you want to talk about aliens, you want to talk about Bigfoot,
Anything paranormal.
as long as it's paranormal, you can totally talk about.
You can borrow the
All
glasses too if you want. They're
Yep.
paranormal.
I do want to borrow the glasses,
yeah.
actually.
There you go.
Boom.
Guys,
Thank you.
Jaden, your co-host.
Hey, group, any of y'all want to join me up here? Okay, that's all right.
That's all right. That's all right.
I didn't want to say them all at the same time. So, so
He's
I
gonna-
did.
He's got a tarot card to all of you later.
Well, now they know. You know.
No, now they
Actually,
know.
how do you see in these? Oh my
You
God,
don't.
It's so dark.
If you don't see what's coming, you won't get scared by it.
I so strongly disagree with that. Come on.
I guess you can hear what's coming.
If you hear what's coming, if you feel the prickle up your neck. In a movie, if people are talking about a monster but you don't see the monster, it's so much scarier.
That's true. That's true. That's it's kind of what we're going with on our film that we're doing called Bigfoot Kills.
Does Bigfoot kill?
Bigfoot definitely. I think that Bigfoot definitely kills. How many people disappear every year in the woods? Just, I'm going to go on a hike. I know this. How many times do you hear, oh, he knew the area so well. He used to hike every single day and camp every single day at this spot. And then, boom, he disappeared. Oh, crap. Is that food?
Oh my God, yes. Thank you.
Oh, heck yeah.
All right, wait, so I have to
I
tell
didn't
you
know
this
I
though.
could get food up here. What the heck?
Oh, well, start ordering.
I can't. All right, that's fine. I don't need anything.
So I've been on nicotine patches for a little bit, right?
Okay. Ghost nicotine packages?
Normal nicotine patches, but they give you the most insane dreams that I have ever had. Like wildly vivid dreams.
All right. If I may interject real quick, there is a whole history of ancient peoples using nicotine, smoking giant cigars to go into extreme dreamlands and to heal people and to traverse and talk to gods and do all kinds. So, you know, now
I
we
had
have
no idea.
Yeah, well, here we are. I want to hear about your dream. Just front-loading everybody here in the audience that used to be a thing, and this guy's using his nicotine patches to talk to...
Bigfoot last night.
What the shit?
I know, isn't that weird? Okay, except that I didn't talk to him. So I had this dream
All right.
that this family sent me on a scavenger hunt. And I didn't know what I was looking for, but I had a map.
When did you have this dream?
Literally last night.
Well,
Don't tell me
it's-
you
it's-
also had this dream.
No, we went on a scavenger hunt on Saturday. Yeah, no, all right, keep going. Keep going.
Did you find Bigfoot?
We did scavenge the redwoods, but we did not see Bigfoot.
Okay, that's
All
fair.
right.
So I'm going on this scavenger hunt. It's taking me through all of these like really dangerous trials. So you have to like scale a cliff around this house and shit and all. It felt like a scavenger hunt obstacle course to the extreme. And then I get to a point where I've lost the last clue. And so I go back to the house of the people who gave me the clues in the first place. And it's the middle of the night, and I know that they're asleep. And I'm like, whatever, they know that I'm on this hunt. Like, I'll just go into their house, and I'll just go get the next clue.
You're doing the trials.
So I go in, and I go into the room. They had the map with all the clues, like, up on the wall. I go in, and I'm opening the door to that room, and the guy in there, like the guy who lives in the house is there, and he's asleep, and it scared me, so I fell back, and my elbow pressed into the wall, and it was one of those walls that like clicks back and then opens.
Oh, hidden dream walls. Like, I don't know how many other people have the dream where you're in the house that turns into all kinds of different areas. But I go there all the time. All right.
It's weird.
It is weird.
So this wall opens, and there's Bigfoot. But it's like, it's an empty suit. It's like a hyper-realistic, gigantic, empty Bigfoot suit. And then the guy wakes up, and I knew he was going to kill me, and that's when I woke up.
When you did your scavenger hunt, were there any odd-shaped rocks or sticks or anything that you had to find?
I don't remember what I was trying to find.
You don't remember what you were trying to find?
I don't know if I knew what I was trying to find.
It was just random, impossible tasks in the dream, and you saw a skinned Bigfoot or a Bigfoot suit?
A Bigfoot suit.
Okay. Wow.
Fucking wild.
That is wild. I mean, how many other people out there have had a dream where you go into a house and the house has impossible corridors or rooms or secret passages and stairways? Anybody, like, just, they all connect to maybe houses that you lived in the past or houses that you visited, but they're all just represented as one house. Anybody have that dream? One person?
All the time.
All the time. That's an interesting. It's interesting to think about shared dream realities.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like, how many people out there?
Yes.
A question. Was it a lucid dream?
It was not a lucid dream.
Not a lucid dream.
I have not been able to lucid dream. I've tried, but every time I
You gotta
fully
put more
believe that I'm
nicotine
in it.
patches.
More nicotine patch. I'll try that.
I'm out.
Can you lucid dream?
Has anybody tried? They have you got one? If you ask what time it is while you're lucid dreaming, who's ever in your dream will get mad. So if you ask a person in your dream what time it is while you're lucid dreaming, they'll get pissed off.
Yeah, they'll like scream at you and like accuse, like ask you why you're asking that, and they'll get really mad. But 2 nights ago, I lucid dreamed.
How dare you force me into linear time?
Get up here. Get up here.
Yeah,
Shane,
no,
get
come
up
on.
here.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have to. That's fine.
Okay, but I asked, and they didn't care. They just said it was March 30th.
It's March 30th in your dream. That's all they said, and you were like, they weren't mad at you.
No.
You didn't matter that you forced linear time on these entities in your dream.
But I lucid dream all the time. So.
Oh,
How are you
has
doing
anybody-
that?
Yes. Did I not?
I don't know. Just making sure.
Okay. So lucid dreaming, if you go into your lucid dream and you see somebody and you ask them what time it is, they get angry. Except for the last time you lucid dreamed. Has anybody tried? They have those masks that flash lights, and people like when they're in their dreams, they'll see flashing like tail lights on cars or flashing lights on bridges, and they go, "Oh, I'm dreaming," and then it snaps them into a lucid dream. Have you heard of those? They have products and stuff like that.
I've heard of those, but I'm always skeptical.
I'll post a link in the when we post this Weird Howard video. I'll post a link to some of those lucid dream items. I don't know. Like, it's just a way to try to tap in.
Try to wake yourself up.
Yeah.
I read a book about lucid dreaming that said if you try to put your fingers through your hand and it goes through, that'll wake you up into a lucid dream.
If you do that in real life, it'll wake you up too.
Well, yeah, because you'll go, oh, I guess I'm not dreaming.
Ah!
I hope you can't put your fingers through your hand.
Just screaming. Oh, that'd be terrible. Or awesome.
I feel like if we saw somebody on the street doing that, that'd be the kind of like, okay,
No,
just
that would
keep
definitely
walking.
that would be paranormal. That would 100%. We could talk about that here. I was walking on the street, and Jim Bob stuck his hands through his hands and then started flying. I'd be like, all right, it's Jim Bob's dream now that we're in. Don't tell me what time it is. I don't care. There we go. So that was interesting. That was a really cool story. Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go eat my chicken nugget.
Yeah, no, take your food. Enjoy. Thank you for coming up.
Do you want to put on the glasses?
I will put on the glasses. The key is you got to wear them upside down so you reverse the curse. Huh? That's how you do it.
But now that you've said that you're cursed.
Well, now I'll put them back upside right. Those are words. Lucid dreams. So you've had lucid dreams. Nobody else really lucid dreams? I used to have them when I was a kid. Does anybody want to come up and talk about lucid dreaming? I don't know where the wireless mic is. We can't do the wireless mic tonight. Are you going to come up and talk about lucid dreams?
Mine is very high, way out there.
No, those are the best. Yeah, no, that's exactly what people want to hear. Oh, mine's too out there for Paranormal Open Mic. Don't get too scared. All right, I want to hear it. Come. No, we'll keep it running. No, that's fine. We'll fix it in post. That's what that's for.
It's all windy. It's all windy. Did you guys just hear the whole building lurch? That was crazy.
Did you want to grab your wing sauces?
Oh, I'll bring those
Saucias?
back down when I because I got to go get some chicken. Do you want to remind me? Everyone want to remind me in like 7 minutes some chicken tenders are coming out.
All right.
Just everyone, don't set an alarm because we have
Let's
too
put
many
that
ringtones and
energy
stuff. But
into
yeah,
remembering.
what's your name again, buddy?
Marvin.
Marvin, come on down, Marvin.
Come on
Let's
up.
have you. Let's have you up here, Marvin. You're gonna talk about some dreams and stuff. I wanted to run up here and tell some dream stuff too. I was going to say, why would you piss off someone that is in your dream with the time thing? No, you okay, yeah. Yeah, totally, Marvin. But yeah, what was it? Ask someone in a lucid dream what time it is, and it will piss them off. Who's trying to create Freddy Krueger? Whose idea? You guys are just gonna ask what time it is. I tell you, when I tried, I don't know. This is off brand of the Paranormal Open Mic. I always tell people not to include stories about psychedelics. I don't think psychedelics are paranormal, and a lot of people try and introduce it. But I do remember one time, it was like the third time, and I only 3 times ever have smoked DMT, and you don't wake up from your dreams
Your
easily
dreams
after
wake up to
you use DMT. And so I've had plenty of encounters where I'm lucid dreaming with another entity, a person, thing, and I'm like, I'm going to wake up now, and then nothing happens, and you're just there. So completely immersed in dream world. And you just, sometimes it takes you so long to wake up that you accept the dream world as a new world.
I've only ever listened to DMX.
DMX, X gonna give it to
Is he
you.
go-
That's what happens when you get a
Is he
divorce.
gonna give
X
us
is
the
gonna give it to
DMT?
you. Huh?
Is DMX going to give us the DMT?
DMX, the DMT dealer. That's why I was arrested so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so curses, dreams. You had some dream stuff.
Oh, I have tons of dreams.
All right, we were gonna
Which-
have
I just-
15 minutes of
every-
storytelling. Is the
Okay.
max that we can
So-
do.
Okay.
Marvin is our resident psychic and ghost talker. Ghost talker?
A medium.
A medium, yeah.
That's what they're called.
Marvin the medium.
Yes.
Can we call you that as your like weekly
weekly?
Marvin the medium
No.
coming
I think
down?
it's more of a medium large.
Yeah, medium large, medium rare.
Medium rare.
Yeah.
No, a medium rare. So what do you call a person that only talks to ghosts once? A medium rare.
Medium rare.
Medium rare.
It's funny because you said the punchline right before you asked the joke.
Damn it.
I like that.
Yeah, well, you got to keep people on their feet.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, I have a
Those
question.
glasses.
Okay,
You steal my
I'm talking
glasses.
about dreams or curses.
If you want to start off with curses.
Do you have an
and moves-
experience with a cursed dream?
Oh.
No, nothing like that. No.
No.
But there's a point in my life where everybody was so mad at me. Everybody's cursing me. I mean, seriously, it's like,
In your dream?
no, in real life.
Oh.
Sometimes you meet these people, it's like,
What made
It's
you
like-
think you were cursed in real life?
bad things happen.
Like what?
Well,
What
I
happened
just get-
specifically?
Well,
I always worry that my
Like
dick
when
will
you
fall
don't
off in my
stay
hands.
3 inches from the mic or you hit the table.
Not yet.
That's
yeah.
bad things.
Not yet. I don't think these guys. How come you heard that and these two didn't though? What is this?
no, I
I pull my teeth out and they fall out in my hand during my dreams, and I'm
Wow.
like, "Where's the tooth fairy now?" You know.
know.
You always find tons of
Where are
money
you
in a
now?
dream. I'm interrupting you, Marvin. Tell us
Sorry,
about your
yes.
experience. We'd love to hear.
You know what's so weird? Okay, there's a point in my life where, like it feels like no matter what you do, it's like you're always wrong and things don't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I just decide, you know what? If I'm being cursed, I just one time I decide, you know what? If someone put a curse on me, I just said, you know what? I just closed my eyes and I made a prayer and said, you know what? I love you and I forgive you and I hope things will,
I think
work
it's
right
the
for
best.
you. And since
That's the
then,
best way to reverse.
It's
it.
kind of
it's-
what like you naturally feel like doing in response to a curse too.
well, yeah, maybe people do it out of their frustrations, and I just happen to be on the receiving end,
Yeah.
right?
What was your curse? Why were you cursed? Who was it? Who was the person who cursed you? Show me on the curse where they touched you.
No, actually, it's more like a frustration kind of curse. It's
Okay.
like it rubs on you, because you hang out around them almost every
It
day.
did rub on you. The
Yeah,
curse did touch
yeah.
you.
And then suddenly you just said, you know what? I think I'm being cursed by what they call it, guilty by association or something. You
Oh
shared it?
man,
You-
is
you
my
shared-
curse on you? I'm sorry. Let
Not
me,
you, not
let
you,
me-
not you, not you.
There's a lot that
Anyway.
happens under this table.
Anyway, so the moment I realized that I've been cursed, I just decided, you know what? I forgive whoever done it, and I pray that things will work out. That's it. And since then, curse or not, has no effect on me. So
It's all in your attitude. It's all in your mind.
yeah, okay.
It's good. All right. So
Let's-
dream time.
Oh, the dream time. I have a question when it comes to dreams. Did any one of you ever ended up in an endless corridor or something, like you were walking and no matter
And
How
has
much-
anybody in the audience, when you've dreamed, ended up in an endless corridor or an endless hallway? Anybody out there have that? No?
no?
Well, Marvin has, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh my gosh, I remember. Okay, I have this dream. I dream like I went to this room, looks like an office, and there's a desk, and there's two guys in the desk. One is sitting and it's like they're having a conversation. And then I said hi to them, and then they just said hi, and then they ignored me. I don't know. I just left the room, and guess what? I ended up in the same room. Like every time I leave the door,
So you open the door and you
And-
walk in and
and
it's,
it's
the,
the
same
same room,
like a bad
yes.
video game.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
it's
you're
like-
in the simulation.
yes, just like actually that's what it is.
It's the simulation.
It's
Simulation theory.
I think what happened, I broke from my from my dream state to that reality of the
Oh.
simulation.
So there's this idea, if you're not familiar, there's an idea that we live in our reality, and then the dream world is like a fuzzy world separating our reality from other realities. And there's a lot of people out there that believe you can astral project yourself out of our reality and into other realities nearby us.
Yeah, think of it as like our own personal holodeck. Those dreams that we're having. Yeah, just like that.
All right.
So yeah, I have one of those moments where I just stuck in this. It's like a loop. I can't get out. It's like this room has four doors. Wherever I go, it's just I always get back to the same room, and I can't get out.
It's like
So-
that movie, The Room. Wait,
Yeah.
no, is it The
Oh,
Room?
remember that movie
Or
when
The Cube? The Room?
The Room? Well, I don't know about that.
No,
so-
no, isn't The Room the you're tearing me apart? Lisa. No, I think it's The Cube.
What about remember the movie Matrix when Leo was trapped in a tunnel or something?
We're
And
trying to be more underground.
or something like that.
No,
Sorry.
it's all right.
Yeah, it's like a loop. I can't get out.
All right, so you're stuck in this room
I'm
in
stuck
your
in this
dream,
room,
and then
and then when I realized that I was stuck, so what I did, I just stayed put, and I figured if I could get out of this room, how am I supposed to get out, So what I did, I just didn't move for a while, and I just meditate.
Oh, hey, that's a way to.
I know it's weird, huh?
No,
In your dream, you can meditate. The next thing I know is like I've been transported into some kind of a different room, very dark room. It's almost like a debug room. You know when programmers have
yeah, like a debug
the back,
room where
yeah,
it
the
has
back,
access
yeah, the
to
back.
everything.
Yes, exactly. That's where
All
I
right.
ended up. So when I figured out, oh my God, this is a debug room. You know, that's like, wait, if I'm in this debug room, you know, we're in the dream world, that means I could access everybody's dream,
All right.
which is weird.
Yeah, no.
It's like,
So did you go into other people's dreams?
no. This is what surprised me. You know, I ended up someplace else, way beyond the dream world.
So where did you journey to?
I ended up in a place. It's like I'll describe it. It's almost like a cave. It's made out of crystal.
A crystal cave.
Crystal cave. You know, different kind of minerals or something. I don't know. It's very high, it's very way advanced. It's like it looks like this, but it's made
Were
out
there,
of glass
were there
crystal.
rivers running through it?
No, it's almost like an underground lab or something. I don't know. It's just, and from the crystal you can see the stars, the entire galaxies. You know,
All right, okay.
weird.
Did
Well,
it feel like you were on ground or metal?
it's glass.
Glass. Smooth.
It's almost the same vibration as a quartz.
Okay, all right. Wow, that sounds all right. So you find yourself in this quartz room, what you call the debug room of the universe.
That's beyond. That is way
Oh,
past.
you went past.
I fell in the debug room. There's like I slipped. It's like there's something else. It just
Like a crack in the floor.
yeah.
And you fell down.
Mm-hmm. So I ended up. Okay, I'm just gonna describe it. Okay, it reminds me of the Batcave from Batman. The Batcave. It's just like that, but it's not made out of stone. It's made out of quartz, and it's just as wide as you could see. It's like tons of hallways, tunnels, caves, paths. You know. It's really dark, and it's like a dim light. It's like a night light. There's light everywhere, but it's
Like a
coming
dim
from
light.
nowhere.
I see.
Yeah. Okay, here's the weird thing. So I was lost. And the weird thing is it doesn't feel like a dream anymore. It feels like a real, real.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sleeping. I'm not awake. I'm not dead.
It feels
But I'm
like
not-
you astral projected there. It feels like your physical body is in this area now.
Actually, I can still feel my body in my room.
Oh, you can feel it in your bed.
I can still
But-
feel myself in my room. I
So
can see
that-
myself in my room, but I'm also in this, whatever this dimension. It's not even a dimension. It's like a outside beyond the perimeter of what we know reality is or universe.
All right.
Anyway, so I was kind of lost. And I said, and then I figured out, okay, I have to do something. I have to look for a way out. And then suddenly I got greeted by this, oh God. I was walking by, it was so dark, and I was like, it's not really dark, it's just like kind of dim. And then suddenly there's a spotlight that just came from above, and it's like a spotlight shining on me.
Oh, you were spotted.
Yeah, I know.
They were like,
At
"Oh,
fir-
you're not supposed to be here."
Yeah, exactly. From my first impression, I thought it was a spotlight.
Oh,
But guess what? It's like a round energy ball or something like a
like
giant,
an encasement beam,
Like a giant
like a
orb.
UFO would pull,
No.
like an orb.
like a giant orb. It's like a ball, lightning, or it's
Like a
just,
force field.
yeah, like a suspended.
Okay,
ball of
so
light.
you were just you were walking along, and you get attacked. Is it attacked, or would it be like just detected?
It's kind of communicating by neuro wave or something, like a brain wave or something. It just knows me like instant, like this.
So it's like
It's like spontaneous
okay,
mental connection. I think it's some kind of like an AI, artificial intelligence.
wow. All right.
And from what I learned, this place used to be like the. Oh God, I'm almost there. It's like the birthplace of the universe. It's where all possibilities were made.
Oh,
You know, Yeah, something like that.
They
The
couldn't-
birthplace
they
of all
couldn't let you
possibilities.
there.
Yeah, it's like the nexus of all reality or whatever.
Did you try to fight through it to try to get through, or was it something that was so powerful that it just stopped you from being able to go any further?
Okay, the weird thing is, according to the AI, he's the caretaker there. You know, he said it's been eons since.
Was he the architect? You were talking about the Matrix earlier. Was it like similar to that character, the architect?
No, this is more like a caretaker.
Okay.
His job is to, you know, he's just a remnant of whatever's left of that thing. You know, when the reality or the universe, this multi-universe, have been created, you know, it just decommissioned itself. You know, it just turned itself up and just in minimum run or something, minimum maintenance. Anyway, so from what I learned from the AI, he said, "Wait a minute, no one's supposed to be here. The AI saw me. He spotted me. It's like I'm some kind of an intruder." Some kind of, what are you
How
doing
dare
here?
you?
Yeah, well, that kind of thing. That was the impression. Like,
What are you doing in my waters?
yeah, whatever. What am I doing here? And so- but
You ever drink Bailey's from a shoe?
okay, see, I'm telling you, this is way too deep. Anyway, so the AI said, okay, the first time they detected me, this AI, they're supposed to eliminate me, destroy me, get rid of me, whatever. Yeah. Vaporize me. But I told him, how come you didn't destroy me the moment I set foot in here? Because you said I'm an intruder. The AI said, you know, his directive is to, you know, no intruders, no trespassers. He said, he said, the reason he was reluctant to destroy me because I resemble the image of his creator,
The what?
the likeness of his creator.
Oh,
you bore the likeness of the AI's creator.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I was kind of confused, like, what is that supposed to mean? It's like,
Dude, Marvin, when so you have like really good paranormal stories, and I always like I listen to your stories, and I'm just like, damn it, no, I'm more paranormal. You know, like I get competitively paranormal about your and my stories compared to each other, and I'm like, man, I don't know about Marvin's stories. Mine are more, but look, it's paranormal night, so like to base it on just like, I don't know, man, is it really as fictitiously paranormal as
different
mine?
levels.
Or I'm like paranormally jealous of your paranormal experiences.
well, honestly, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm just telling you what I've experienced, okay? So I was kind of confused. So I said, can you get me out of here? I don't care about this space, you know, I don't. And then the AI said, no, this is where the universe was created, and blah, 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 and nobody's been here, nobody's set foot here except you.
No. You can't just blah, 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 blah over. This is where the universe was created.
Yeah, this is literally the
Blah,
most
blah, blah,
important
blah, blah,
thing.
blah, blah.
You didn't pay attention when they showed you the Akashic records, whether you're just like, I don't really like reading. You know?
That's another story. for you to
I
tell.
knew
Oh,
it.
all right,
See,
we're
I was
going.
right.
We're going deep into what is it?
I said, okay, you're the AI, right? You said you know everything. If I have any question, you'll answer. You have all the answers. Yes. Okay. Well, since I'm already here, can you tell me what's caused the Mandela effect? And then the AI said, I think it will be better if I just show you. I want you to. The AI said, see that hallway over there? I want you to walk into that hallway. Probably it will take you like more than a mile. And there's a door. You go in there, go downstairs, and you'll find everything that you need about the Mandela effect. Okay, sure.
Every what?
The source of the Mandela effect, everything.
The source of the Mandela effect.
Though. So is
Yes.
this like post-creation
So other
alteration?
universes collapsing.
I think that's what happened. That's why I managed to. Well, I was desperate, but then when I decided to quit looking for it, and then the answer just came back.
You're
Yeah.
desperate. We have people ordering off the food menu right now.
I know. Anyway, okay. Well, is my story making you hungry? Yeah, it's good. Order some more food. You know. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it short. So I was walking to this corridor, which has all the answers to the Mandela effect. Anyway, so while I was talking, another thought came to my mind. Wait a minute. So this AI could answer anything that I could ask this caretaker, whatever. So I asked the AI, why am I here? Why do I exist? And then
As you do.
no, I don't.
What the heck
was
am I
just-
doing here?
Yeah, I know. I was asking, like, what's my purpose in life? Why I was born? Why?
What is
You
my
host
purpose?
Paranormal
Yeah,
Open
exactly,
Mic night.
right? Mhm. Anyway,
You butter toast.
so the AI said, I can't. Well, actually, right before that, I asked him where God is, and the AI said, "Oh, I'm sorry. God is not here.
Oh
But
shit.
God is busy.
Dude, that's some cool AI.
God
Fucking knew
God
it.
is busy somewhere, somewhere busy,
Yeah, he's
creating a new universe or something. That's what I learned. That's it.
creating blue pineapples somewhere.
Whatever. Anyway, so I asked the AI.
Heresy.
So I asked the AI, what's my purpose? Why I was born? What's the point? I don't get it. I just born and
Me
died.
neither.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Why? The question, the big why. So the AI said, well, I can tell you exactly why you were born, but I'll show you. So the first thing the AI showed me is like everything was blank. It's like from my line of sight. Everything was black, complete darkness. And then from that darkness, you'll see like little lights, like stars. One star appearing, another star appearing, another star appearing, multiple of stars. And then the AI said, okay, imagine among those stars, one of that is you.
You're a star.
Yeah. And then now notice those other stars that you see besides yourself. Those are the other people that you meet in your life, regardless who they are, regardless where they came from. And now, and then the AI told me, now I want you to open your mind. Now imagine all those stars that you see. Well, guess what? The stars that you see is just a small sample of what is there in the universe. There's tons of you, and you're all interconnected. That's it. It's
Hell
just-
yeah.
So if we combine
four
our
of you are
our lights
assholes.
together, we create this, beautiful light.
Marvin, if you offered that after the show, you would sell top quality drugs to everyone, I'm sure you'd make a ton of sales after the show.
Actually, I never tried those yet.
I'm just fucking with you, Marvin. I love
Anyway.
your stories.
You guys
I
want to
just,
see the stars?
Okay, so as soon as the AI told me that, I realized I'm starting to wake up. It's like, oh my God, it's like I'm going back to my body. It's like I'm waking up because I can actually see the fixture in my room. I can see my body, and I'm waking up. It's like, oh my God, it's too late. Oh, wait, I still have to know what the Mandela effect. What's going on? And then I said, and then that's it. I just went back to my body, and I'm having goosebumps. Like, what the heck is going on? It's like, it's like I'm living in two places at once. So that's my story. Thank you
Hell
so
yeah.
much for.
Thank you,
listening.
Marvin. I really appreciate you
Yeah.
coming on. You coming back next week?
Well, I have to help him.
Hell
You
yeah.
have to help me.
We'll have to. No,
That's
that's
fair.
sick. Everyone, thank Marvin. Thank you, Marvin. We really appreciate you coming out. Look forward to next week. Anyone have an idea on what we should do for a subject next week?
Well, we just got how the universe is all interconnected and what the purpose of life is. So I mean, like,
So next week we're moving on to Chupacabra. Yeah, cryptids.
Cryptids.
We'll do cryptids next week. Guys, those of you just joining us, my name's Pete.
I'm Gordon.
And this is Paranormal Open Mic. You can visit us on Paranormal Open Mic on Instagram. You can check out, this is all powered by Weird Howard Production House. We're under that name on Instagram and on Facebook. You can check out Weird Howard. That's who does the sound and video for our multimedia production. And this is all live streamed and recorded. So if you come up on stage, please be aware of that. And those of you just joining us, we talk about ghosts, Bigfoot, and UFOs, So,
And astral projection and curses.
and curses. Do you guys know anyone who's possessed by a demon? Have any of you moved a pen with your mind? Actually, that was when I was talking to you before the show. I was going to say that I was going to just try and levitate, and I want to add that to these shows if you guys are into it. So I'm going to try and levitate tonight, Jaden. And I got that right? Yes, you did. I'm going to try and levitate, Jaden. And then in the future, we're going to have different portions where we're going to put our powers to the test. I'm going to see if I can levitate for a few seconds. We'll figure out something to talk about while I'm doing that. We'll give me a good second. I'm going to focus as much as I can on levitating. In the future weeks, we're going to do tests on whether someone's psychic, whether you can move a pen with your mind, and other stuff that's like a little bit more tactile for us. And just add that to the show. So next week is cryptids, and we're going to try and move a pen with our minds. We'll let everyone just try it for the whole show next week.
Maybe we could do light as a feather, stiff as a board to Peter.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Well, I got
Get
one
a
of those
bunch of
checked
people to
off.
lift him up with the fingers.
But yeah, one last thing. I'm the bartender. So if you guys need a beer or anything, we have menus over at the bar. And just flail your hand around like this, and I'll come back behind the bar if you need a drink. We got some chicken nuggets coming out in like 30 seconds, so I'm going to be over at the bar. And this event, it's free, it's all ages, it's dog friendly. And the only thing we ask is just for you to enjoy the amenities of the Siren Song Tavern.
Tell people about it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, tell people about it.
Tip
this
your
is
bartender.
really fun. Any hand flailing while we're on that note? Because I'm about to just rant like I do. Cool. We got some hand flailing. So
Yeah,
I'll
I'll keep this going.
I'll come serve bar, and then we're all gonna try and I might need you guys' help. Let's try and make me levitate.
We're gonna put that energy that we used for
I'm gonna try and
curses
levitate
toward Peter for lifting.
So we have menus over at the bar. I'm gonna come serve. And does anyone have any experiences with curses or anything paranormal that they would like to share while
Curses,
I'm doing that?
Ghosts, and we can brush on cryptids too if anybody has a cryptid story.
Oh, all that stuff. Hell yeah.
Whatever. Just free for all right now. Paranormal free for all.
So
Mostly.
What do we got? Gordon, I know you have strengths about certain. Thanks, Tim. We got certain strengths that you have in your. So you're a filmmaker.
I
You
am.
love existential horror.
I do.
What about that subject matter really drew you to it as concretely as it has? Because, and I know there's more to you than that. You have your experiences. I would love for people to know more about you and what you're into for the paranormal, because that'll help flesh out just like what you're doing here as co-host.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
fair.
what you
I
can
can
do.
do that.
A lot of these people aren't as familiar with you, but talk about Cthulhu. That's generally my note. Talk about Cthulhu. Am I pronouncing it right? Guys, Gordon Clatworthy.
Hi, everybody. I am Gordon Clatworthy. I'm one of the directors for Weird Howard. We do film, television commercials. One of the things that I just helped out with, I really like the weird, the paranormal, the out there. And one of the projects I've worked on recently, I was doing a UFO documentary, and I was doing a Bigfoot documentary with this guy from the Finding Bigfoot people, the Bobo. Anybody know him? He's our local Bigfoot searcher guy. Is that a term, searcher? Bigfoot looker for? Bigfoot enthusiast. I like that. So I got done filming a documentary movie with him, and we're creating two films right now we're putting together later on. One's going to be a slasher movie called Bigfoot Kills, and we're filming it all locally here. And we're using all local actors, all local areas. We're working around people's schedules, and we're just doing just a cheap, fun slasher film, Bigfoot Kills. And then the other film I'm working on is The Shadow Out of Time. It's an adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's story, Shadow Out of Time. And it's one of my favorite stories of his. So that's what got me into this whole paranormal thing, is all these documentaries that we've done. And Peter had this idea for the Paranormal Open Mic and invited me to come and collaborate with him. And I've really just enjoyed doing this. This has been a really great. Every Monday night we don't think anybody's going to show up, and then we get like 20 people, like consistently showing up to this. And every night somebody has at least one or two good stories that really draw us in, and it's been really, really successful, and it's been a lot of fun. All right, yeah. So, Bigfoot time. Who here believes in Bigfoot? Freaking, you should. Almost everybody in this room believes in Bigfoot. That is, I mean, we are the capital of Bigfoot country. We are Bigfoot country. The Patterson-Gilman footage, you know, that shaky camera, Bigfoot walking down the woods, that was filmed just north of Willow Creek here in the county. And that was, to this date, considered the best evidence that we have for a cryptid. And there's all kinds of, I've got a Sasquatch field guide up here. If anybody wants to come up and look at it, you can check it out. There's a lot of articles and a lot of really interesting hypotheses about what Bigfoot is. Is he a extinct ape that came over from Asia, walked across the land bridge, hides in the woods? I mean, you think about it, people disappear in the woods all the time. So how hard would it be to have a creature that big just living in the woods? I mean, people think that they see a big black bear and then it stands up and it's 9 foot tall and it has a human face and it climbs straight up a cliff. You know, there are a lot of unexplained, a lot of people see something. A lot of people see things. There are 2 types of Bigfoot sightings. There's the Bigfoot walking across the road as you're driving late at night. Have you had one of those experiences? Do you want to come up here and talk about it real quick?
It's like a 2-second story.
That's all it takes.
Go tell it. I need to hear this story.
Yeah, we all want to hear a Bigfoot story. This is why we're Bigfoot capital of the world right here.
Hey.
Okay. So as I was saying, there are 2 types of Bigfoot sightings. The most common Bigfoot sighting is the Bigfoot walks across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, what was that like?
This was a couple years ago. I was in Trinity County, of course, and I was driving. It was like 2 in the morning, I think, and I was coming around a curve, and I saw like this kind of whitish figure first, like smoke or something, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And then 10 feet further, I saw a giant shape cross, like far enough that my headlights couldn't touch it, but I saw it move across the highway. And so I slowed down to try to see what it was, and that was it.
Bipedal?
Yeah,
walking
bipedal.
And it was, how tall would you estimate? Estimate.
Probably like 9 feet tall. I don't know.
9 feet tall. That's
Yeah.
that's a standard. That's one of the
Smaller
most common.
Bigfoot.
Do you have a question? Oh, I saw you. Or was that for chicken? Chicken tenders, please. You have a theory.
Can I come up and join you?
Yeah, yeah,
Please.
come on. Yeah, we got a seat up here.
Oh, not touching the table. All right, I'm here.
All right.
Hey. Okay, so I have this theory about Bigfoot.
Okay.
So I double majored. One of my majors was anthropology. I was really into like the history of humanity, right? And how we came
it is
to
a
be.
wonderful subject.
Fantastically interesting.
Do you ever compare the nomadic tribes of the early Mesopotamic area with the native tribes of America?
Oh,
and
absolutely.
isn't it wonderful?
It's really interesting. I mean, it's really interesting just thinking about how people came to be from different, especially from different species
Oh,
that
yeah.
we're related to, right? And so thus comes my theory, because I've spent a lot of time thinking. So Homo sapiens, in comparison to other hominid species, we really haven't lived very long on
That's fair.
this earth.
Well,
right?
some people say the humanoid Homo sapien species have been on the Earth for roughly 100,000 years. I think that's the deep estimate. Some people put it a little earlier, like 250,000 years. Some people will say 50,000 years, but a good estimate is about 100,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole.
No, we don't need to go down that rabbit hole. But like, yeah, I mean,
He's
I
a
would
carpenter. There's no chairs. I want an original
Sorry.
Jesus chair. I want somebody to turn it over and be like, right there, Jesus
can
Christ
sell you one.
signed. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
sign
I'll
me an
get you-
original.
Yeah, signed and everything.
Like the
Signed
oldest,
by Jesus?
the oldest
make it.
wooden temple is 9,000 years old, and it's a Buddhist temple. And one of the oldest wooden idols is 90,000 years old from Siberia, and it was buried in the permafrost. And I can't find one Jesus chair. He's the worst carpenter.
You don't know that.
Well, they didn't last that long. Everyone's really obsessed with this cup that he drank out of one time, and he didn't even make that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
all right. No. So back to the Bigfoot theory. I want to hear this Bigfoot theory.
All right, I'm trying to think of the comparable hominid species that is something robustus, and I straight up can't remember what it's called. Oh my god. Nope, but it's close to one of those. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, so, right. There have been so many Bigfoot sightings in so many different places in North America that are very, very far apart from each other, right? And they're all heavily, heavily wooded areas. And it's a lot of different cultures saying, I saw this. It's like the
telephone game?
it's like the gray aliens.
Oh, it is. It
How-
is like the gray alien.
A lot of people who don't know each other and come from completely different cultures will describe that they saw the same thing.
And that happened before mass reports.
Yeah.
That happened like people in 1890 where we're just now finding like newspaper clippings of like, oh, they found a crashed ship and it was a tiny child with big black eyes. And like, are you, no.
Or maybe yes.
Or maybe yes.
Maybe yes.
If you have a yes, come join us on Paranormal Open Mic. All right.
Way to sell it.
Yeah.
So, okay, my theory is that previously in Earth's history, there have been multiple hominid species that have lived together at the same time. Sometimes they killed each other, sometimes they ate each other, sometimes they fucked each other, and then they became the same species.
You know, lowland gorillas and chimpanzees operate in the same area, and they will naturally avoid each other because they know that like I don't know if it's a great ape, like you know how we have that what's that where a face doesn't quite look human.
Yeah. Oh, Uncanny Valley.
You know how like we naturally have that, oh, it's an uncanny face, I don't like it, I'm going to stay away from it. That's an evolutionary thing that kept us from getting eaten by other faces that looked somewhat human. And that might be why chimpanzees and gorillas, lowland gorillas, naturally avoid. And that's probably why the Sasquatch is so...
Why Bigfoot might look at us and go,
No.
no, I don't think so.
I mean, I look at me in the mirror every day and I go, no.
So, have y'all heard of Portlock in Alaska?
Is that the...
No.
All right.
Thank you, Shane.
Is that the island that people are like, you can't go to that island because if you go to that island, you get killed?
Yes and no. It's not totally an island, but you have to take a boat there because
Okay.
it's on the other side of a lake. There's like a huge lake, You have to cross it. It was abandoned in the 1930s because people kept disappearing and showing up like horribly mauled, all in the same spot.
As you do. That's just normal Alaska. That's just like, oh, I forgot my lotion.
Right? Except that they all described Bigfoot.
Yeah.
A bunch of people had Bigfoot sightings, and they were so scared that they left that town. And the Vikings, who first arrived in North America, described creatures so large and so tall and hairy and vicious that they literally left North America.
Well, I mean,
And
all
went
right.
back.
Like, Vikings are known for, like, oh, we'll call this icy place Greenland. We'll call this greeny place Iceland. Greeny place. That's a... Sorry. So, I don't know. Viking...
But are you going to discount these sightings that they may have had hundreds and hundreds of years ago that were so scary to them that they left the whole continent?
Hell no.
Is it crazy to think that there's another hominid species, not just one Bigfoot, but a whole species of hominid creatures living in the North American woods?
I mean, even if they were, let's just start from like a very normalized perspective, right? Let's say they were human, and they all developed a genetic deformity that kept them away from other humans, like fur,
Like the blue people.
like the blue people or the fur skin, and they just their whole society for the last 20,000, 30,000 years has been avoid people. They're like the ninjas of the woods.
But what makes you think that they're people and not something that is genetically different from but similar to?
I think they're really intelligent. A lot of the reports that I've heard are they can see IR light, and that's like if they're a nocturnal species, it's mostly very likely that they can see IR light. You have some people that can see infrared or just
Ultraviolet.
ultraviolet light.
Smart.
So yeah, there could be. I mean, we don't know what they are, and until we have.
I just want to back up to we all look like Dr. Manhattan right now. You guys were talking about blue people. With this blue light, when you check out our live stream, we're going to look like Dr. Manhattan. Sorry to interrupt you.
I'm all about it.
Oh, you're going to be so blue.
It looks good. It looks
Be
good.
so blue.
It adds like a flavor of eeriness.
Speaking of the blue people, I don't know if this is super not supernatural or paranormal, but the blue people are
was
not
at
blue
one point.
anymore.
It was at one point supernatural.
You're right. There's a cure for their condition that was found, and the remaining blue people are no longer blue.
It's a heart valve disproportionately circulating blood in one. Yeah. So, have you ever heard the story of the Green Kids?
No.
Have you ever heard the story of the Green Kids?
I have not.
All right.
Marvin's heard.
Marvin, you've heard the story of the Green Kids? All right. So, story of the Green Kids.
Story of the Green Kids. Could I just 1 second right before the story of the Green
Of course,
Kids?
yes.
Guys, those of you just joining us, this is Paranormal Open Mic here at the Siren Song Tavern every Monday at 7. It's a free event, all ages, and we're dog friendly so long as your dog is quiet enough for us to be doing this recording. And you can follow us. We're powered by Weird Howard. So you can check out Weird Howard, our production house, under that same name if you look it up on Instagram, Facebook, and all sorts
At
of internet
Weird
stuff.
Howard and at Paranormal Open Mic.
At Paranormal Open Mic, yeah. And that's getting, basically we have two feeds. We have the one live right now on the Instagram for Paranormal Open Mic, and then we also release another feed for Weird Howard with very high production value. That's also worth checking out if
I
you
just
show
get
this
to
event
edit
to your
it.
friends.
Yeah, it's
Green
nicer.
Green Kids.
Green Kids. Green Kids.
Green
All right.
Kids.
I want to say it was, and correct me if I'm getting anything wrong, Marvin. It was pre-World War II in not Germany. It was Was it Britain?
It was back in the 1700s.
1700. So it was pre-World War II.
That's long before World War II.
It was after the prehistoric era.
All right. So 1700s in Germany.
France,
France?
Poland,
Somewhere in Europe.
I'm
Somewhere
going
in
to throw in
Europe.
Czechoslovakia.
Italy, Denmark.
Denmark.
These two kids were running out of the woods, and they couldn't speak any of the languages. Nobody knew what languages they spoke, and they were all green. And they were really out of their element, and they were feeling really sick. And any time that they would eat any normal food that we would eat, they would get sick. One of them died. The other one lived, got well, and their green skin faded. And they said that they came from a land outside of where we lived. And it was like a magic world, like a world of fairies, of the fae.
That explains the greenness.
And they lived there. And one day they were playing in the woods and they got lost. There was like a doorway that opened, and they walked into our world, and then the doorway closed, and they couldn't get back.
Whoa.
Did they talk about what happened to all of our kids that walk into the woods and disappeared through a doorway and were never seen again?
I can tell you where they went. No, I'm kidding.
Are they with the green children?
That's so bad.
That's really interesting.
It is. It's a really interesting story. Some people believe that Bigfoot comes from those other worlds.
Why?
Well, I don't know why, but some people believe that Bigfoot can open these portals and can walk through into these other worlds, and they're just there are two groups of thought when it comes to Bigfoot. One group of thought is that Bigfoot is a real creature. It's a physical creature. It lives on this earth, and it is something that eventually we will find, we will track, and we will understand. And there's another group of thought that Bigfoot is like a fey creature. Bigfoot is something that is outside the normal rules of the world and is a fifth-dimensional creature and can appear and disappear at will and can psychically talk to you. And that side of the aisle is called the woo. It's a bunch of woo-woo.
Yeah, I've heard of that side.
Yeah. So there's like, and a lot of serious Bigfoot researchers get really upset when other people are like, I had an encounter with Bigfoot. He came to me in my dream, and we floated through the stars. And they're like, damn it.
I get why they get frustrated, because it'd be really frustrating if you're really focusing on proving the reality of something, and then you have somebody who's like, Bigfoot spoke to me psychically last night and told me that he wanted me to kill my 3 children and eat my dog.
Damn it. Damn it, Bigfoot. Stop it. Be funny if he was. Just
But like, okay, have you heard of the Headless Canyon in Canada?
The Headless Canyon,
Right?
No, I've not heard this.
Okay, it's fascinating. So,
Okay.
I'm sorry, I moved to the table.
It's all right.
So, it's called the Headless Canyon. It has a real name. I don't remember the real name. I'm not gonna lie. It's an indigenous name from a tribe that lives deep in the northern Canadian woods. But it's called the Headless Canyon because people who go there frequently get decapitated.
The
The Nahadi Canyon.
The Nahadi Canyon, where people go and get. I think I've heard stories of it, but I haven't really looked into it.
So there's an indigenous tribe that's kind of near the mouth of the canyon, but outside of it. And as people will try to get there, they will stop people on the river and tell people, hey, don't go there. Just don't go. It's like not a good idea. You'll probably die. And people frequently go there and die.
Huh.
For hundreds of years.
I
Yeah, Get up here.
I want a T-shirt that says I went. What's the place called? Mahadi
Valley.
Nahadi.
Nahanni.
Nahadi.
But
I
it's been
want a
happening
T-shirt that
since,
said I went to
get up
Nahadi Canyon and all I got was decapitated.
Yeah. You left with a shirt but no head.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be great.
Yeah,
When-
headless body.
What's
Oh.
been described there by the indigenous people who
Who survived?
who like live there, around the area but don't go over there, is they describe these like pale-skinned, naked people who come out of the walls of the canyon and kill anybody who comes into the canyon.
That's a big nope. Why? No.
But it's also Bigfoot territory.
Do you think Bigfoot like slips on like the woolly skin?
Oh.
Do you think it's like, oh? I mean, like Marvin had.
I feel like if they were 9 feet
No,
tall,
you had the
people would
dream.
have said, I did.
You had the dream. You had
Yeah.
the dream of the Bigfoot suit.
Have you heard about so during
Get close to the mic then.
close. During like Gold Rush era,
You gotta get really
all of
close to it.
these what are they called? Pioneers,
Oh,
whatever.
the miners.
The
Yeah.
miners, yeah,
Uh-huh.
went into the valley, were found like their bodies were left on the road for other people to find, like in very like conspicuous places.
This is how I heard about
Yeah,
this story.
And so then someone got blamed for these murders. Eventually, they arrested someone. They called him the Mad Trapper of the Nahanni Valley,
Huh.
and he was arrested.
The
He was
Mad
prosecuted.
Trapper.
Yeah, he was accused of murdering like 3
Did
or
he
4
keep
people.
the heads? Was he the mad trapper keeper?
No, so he denied that he was the murderer, and then people kept dying after he was prosecuted, and he was like, I think, like hung in public or something.
In exactly the
Yeah.
same way. So there were these
And
miners who were
and
killed
then,
in the
but people
canyon.
kept dying, and so it wasn't him clearly.
People
but-
went to investigate
As you
these
do.
murders,
Yeah.
and then
died.
they were murdered in the same way.
It was a whole
That
spooky.
But
Yeah.
it's interesting to me because it's this other and it's been described by different people, not a lot of people, because not a lot of people make it out of that area. But they describe these people in the same way, and I think that there was one survivor out of the investigating party that came out of that place and was like, I saw these like white naked people at night running around. And it's just, isn't it interesting that it's the same part of the world that Bigfoot sightings are really common over a large expanse of area?
Do you think Bigfoot fight the naked white guys?
I think maybe they're friends.
Minions.
Oh, I mean, like,
He
yeah,
enlists their
Bigfoot's
help.
like, I'm just walking out in front of the road. What are you guys doing? Fucking ripping the heads off, mate.
Yeah, we've
Oh.
never found a decapitated Bigfoot, so.
And it's all right. Yeah, that leads good credence to the don't go to that place. That's a pretty good. Yeah, that's a really good story.
Don't go to that place.
Don't go to the Nahanni
There
Valley.
is a really interesting documentary filmed in 1961, I want to say. So there's no sound to most of it. Parts of it are in black and white, parts of it are in color. But a couple decided to take a boat up that river and film their experience. They didn't make it very far up before they turned around because the indigenous people at the last village they came to were like, please don't go too far or you'll die.
Huh. I
And-
mean, that's good advice. Just like generally. Like, oh, like when you go to the grocery store, don't go to the very last aisle. It's all snack cakes. You will die.
I'm going to go to that aisle.
It's my favorite aisle.
If you tell me there's snack cakes in the last aisle, what makes you think I'm
That's
not
how
going to
you
go there?
lure me to be decapitated.
Oh man. I
damn
imagine
it.
some like big white naked guy being like, "Hey, you hungry?"
See, if you said don't go to the last aisle, there's snack cakes and also a big white naked guy who's going to kill you, then I won't go.
Well, I think that's just like, I think people just like glaze over the snack cakes and go right to the terrors. Like, there's got to be good. Like, the weather was nice. It's really
It's a
beautiful
beautiful
mountains.
valley.
There are guys there that'll kill you and rip off your head. And I really like the trees.
The locals are friendly. They warn you.
Locals are friendly. I'm sorry, what was that other
yeah,
one?
I'm sorry. I heard that you said someone was going to come out of the walls and kill me.
Yeah, but like I'd be a really good or bad tour guide.
I feel like that would make you a really bad tour guide if you were encouraging people to go
visit.
over there. You'd be a bad tour. If you killed your tour, you'd be a bad tour guide.
But if they don't sign the waiver,
If they
But you're
don't
just-
sign the waiver, then you are liable. That's why you have them sign the waiver.
see, I got to make it just like a standard, like, here you go, and this is just a standard. What's this page 6 about the white guys coming out of the rocks and decapitating us? What? Joke. Sign it, please.
Because once they've signed the waiver, you're basically saying, if you die,
Yeah.
it's not my fault because I already told you. And then, like, you'll still get sued and you'll still be liable.
Yeah, but like I
but
have the paper. I have the paperwork. This is how society works now.
This is like waivers on ghost tours where they're like, you might get scratched, you
Or
might
the-
get pushed,
Or,
you might
or
get
the
hurt.
waivers for like the super hot like chicken wings. Like, oh, look at it, it's 2 million Scovilles. It's just like, oh, you never.
I've never had to sign a waiver because I was eating chicken wings.
Yeah, you got to go to you got to go to better places, not here.
You know what? I'm too afraid.
No, you just eat them. You don't sign.
You don't sign anything?
You go for it.
Well, thank you for your theory about the Sasquatch. It was really great talking anthropology with you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. It was really cool. Thank you, everybody. Anybody else have any weird theories about Sasquatch? Or chupacabras? Or my favorite cryptid, the Flatwoods Monster? Again, my favorite cryptid, best fashion sense, Flatwoods Monster. All right, talk about it. Yeah, all right, so Flatwood Monster, my favorite cryptid. I will talk about it right now. So, this happened, I want to say 50s, 1950s, around the southern parts of the Appalachian Mountains. There was about 4 or 5 witnesses say they saw a craft or a light crash into the woods. And then the next day, kids were walking to school. They walked through the woods, and they saw this 10-foot mechanical floating thing with a like a hood that kind of looked like a spade-shaped hood, and 2 red glowing eyes, and it put out this noxious gas that made people really, really sick, and everybody ran. Like, because, you know, that's what you do. You see something 10-foot floating around in the woods, and they said it was like trying to keep people back from this glowing crash area, and it made people sick. People ran away. The U.S. military showed up, kicked people off of their land. It was a big, like, what are you doing? And the story about this creature being seen, the military showing up on people's land saying, hey, you're not authorized to go here. This is my property. No, it's not. And showing up with trucks and hazmat suit people and pulling what they say is debris out and then shipping it off. And they say that this Flatwood Monster is still out there, but we don't know where. It's just kind of floating around somewhere in the woods.
Has anyone seen it since?
I think, no? No.
Sorry, I know all about that.
Oh, you like the Flatwood Monster, right? It's my favorite. It's my favorite cryptid. Do you want to come up here and talk about it? Oh, I just explained it. They weren't listening. All right, I'll stop. I'll wait. I'll wait for you. No, this is fine. No, it's a really cool cryptid. It's one of my favorites. I even more so, I like it more because I think that it was like a repair bot. I think it was like it was, right? That's the theory.
Don't you have one?
Don't I have a repair bot?
Yeah.
It's a
Everyone's got a
Roomba.
repair
It's a
bot.
Roomba. I've got a Roomba. Oh, I'm gonna put a little Flatwoods Monster mannequin on top of my Roomba. It'll be hilarious.
Because it will suck?
It will suck.
I'm totally out of context. So Flatwood Monster, that was the equivalent of that robot from the day the world stopped turning or something like that.
Yeah, the day the Earth stood still.
Stood still.
Yeah.
Same thing, right? I didn't know the Earth had feet.
Where is he? What was that robot called? Gord?
Oh man, it's been a minute.
Gordo.
Gordo
the Roboto.
Clato
Verata Nicto. That was the key word to shut it down.
No, really?
Yeah, it was going to destroy the world unless the woman who was friends with the alien who was trying to warn humanity to like, hey, stop being assholes to one another or we'll fucking destroy you.
Which is a great method, to get people to stop killing. You guys don't stop killing each other. That sounds like the parents, don't make me come back there, It's like you guys keep hitting each other, I'll spank both of you,
Have you ever heard of the Jimmy Carter? All right, so Jimmy Carter saw a UFO when he was younger. And
You're
he
kidding.
really believed, as a kid.
Was it a peanut shape?
I don't know. Didn't he own a peanut farm? Is that what it's?
He's a peanut farmer.
He's a peanut farmer. He's a great guy, Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter builds houses for Habitat for Humanity. Great guy, but he
is a ghost.
Is a ghost, yes.
He's a ghost.
He saw a UFO when he was younger. When he became president, he got what's called the talk from the CIA.
Yeah.
The brief. And allegedly, he was briefed that, and Jimmy Carter is a devout religious person.
Yeah.
And he was briefed that aliens came a long time ago to Earth, and they are the ones that seeded our religions. All of the world religions come from
the
aliens because they want us and like.
So can we just Jimmy Carter was briefed on aliens when he became president.
And
who
he
said
cried.
this? Did he say? Was he like, my name's Jimmy Carter and aliens exist? People would trip out. So what's the origination of the story we're talking about? Because I've heard this story too. I've heard this story before. Whose story is this?
I cannot recall offhand.
I did not inhale. Jimmy Carter.
Who told us about the brief? The Jimmy Carter brief. Yeah, nobody knows. But apparently he was told UFOs showed up a long time ago. They seeded the world with religion. And if you think about it, all the religions have basically the same underlying, don't kill anybody, be kind to everybody.
And collect taxes.
And I don't even think that's a, no.
I was really sure there's a lot about taxation in there.
The basic idea is
and capitalism.
Be kind to one another. Like, just super kind
Unless
to everybody.
Unless it costs money.
Unless it costs money.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, like, if we had a super advanced civilization where all of our needs could get met anytime we wanted, like, just being kind to one another would bring us a utopia.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
That's like kind of my thing, and this isn't that paranormal. It's just like how things be. Is like I'm just so sick of anyone like having to be an enemy.
Yeah.
Like I'm just out here trying to be nice to people. So if someone's really going out of their way to suck, it's like that sucks twice as much because I'm just trying to say nice things and do nice things and be nice to people.
That's all we gotta do. That's all we gotta do.
But hey, Gordon, Gordon Clatworthy, that was the first thing we said is don't tap the table.
Yeah, don't tap the table. Gordon.
And then myself, Peter Nelson, those of you guys just joining us, we're doing Paranormal Open Mic here at the Siren Song Tavern every Monday at 7. You can also, if you can't make it, check out our streams online, available through Weird Howard and Paranormal Open Mic. If you like what you see here, I also perform stand-up comedy myself, and that's Wednesday nights here. Come on down. I'll make you laugh. I'm super funny. That's at 8 on Wednesdays. And we got something. Thank you.
Yeah.
We got something every day of the week over here at the Siren Song Tavern. You can check out the Instagram for that. And I think like one last thing that I like to plug is that I write a satire column that you can all follow.
The Rattlesnake Report.
It's called the Rattlesnake Report. It's on
really
Instagram.
funny.
At Rattlesnake Report. You can check it out. And I write funny articles about Eureka.
My favorite post so far has been the post of the building next door.
Yep.
And what was the title? It's like Eureka gets another terrible building.
Yeah. New building, already ugly, you know?
Already ugly.
It's already
hilarious.
ugly, just in time for the spring. But yeah, if you guys check out any of that stuff, you're more than welcome to. We have past live streams of this event up. So if you like what you saw tonight, we have like 3 episodes already up that you can go check out. They're like 2.5 hours long.
About
This is a
45
free
minutes.
event. You can. It's all ages. We just ask that you guys enjoy the amenities of the Siren Song Tavern and maybe buy some beers. Or I know you guys got some of our wonderful food. We got such an extensive food menu here with vegan options. You know, in fact, we don't have any real chicken because we didn't order any. So everyone's been eating vegan tonight.
Aha, we got
good
you.
on you. You know, pat on the back for everyone.
You're saving the planet because you were forced to.
Yeah. We have like 2 different hand signals. That's for you guys. One hand signal, it's when you just stand in place back there and you wave your arm around. That means, hey, Pete, come get me a drink. Because I'm not only your host, but I'm also your bartender this evening. So,
And your
if you guys
friend.
need a drink, just wave your hand overhead. I'll come down to the bar and just try and have your decision made by the time you wave your hand. So I just come right down, serve you a drink. And then also, if you guys want to be on, we have a 3rd microphone, and you guys just wave your hand, but walk towards the stage while you're waving your hand, and we'll welcome you on. And we love hearing real-life stories about anything with the unexplained that you guys may have experienced. So let's say you've seen a UFO. Let's get creative, you know? Sleep paralysis. Any of you have crazy sleep paralysis?
There we go. Next.
I know
Right
I've
now?
seen animals that I couldn't really catalog before, and they were like extra weird, like this crazy dragonfly. That's paranormal enough for me. Why? Because it's not normal.
Did you ever have the dragonfly with the human face?
Oh my God, what?
No, you never had that?
No.
Just me? That was terrifying.
But yeah, guys, this is every Monday night at 7. We're just trying to get down to the source of all this craziness, you know? So if you've ever traveled anywhere in your dreams, that's always a subject. Thanks for coming out, guys. We were talking about that earlier. I actually didn't get a moment to talk about my experience with the crazy dream where it's like we were talking about I see a lot of not ancient geometry or was it sacred geometry or fractals or anything, but I just always end up going down into a basement in my dreams, and it's this big elaborate setting, this building, you know, like when you go into the bathroom, there's like 100 urinals, you know, and all these different crazy tile patterns. It's all
And
old.
you
It's
still
like
wake up peeing yourself.
yeah, I know, right? That was the whole story. Was that you just now I don't have
Okay.
anything to say, you know?
I'm sorry, man.
No, but in the dream, I just keep going further downstairs, and it's like this beautiful, huge building. So you can trust that when you see stairs going down, that there's more to this building that is in this dream. But then it just keeps going down and down, and I start getting like kind of scared in the dream that, like, you know, every staircase it gets a little more dirty, a little less lighting, a little more drips coming from the ceiling, and it gets more and more I feel this feeling coming over me where it's like, don't go down the stairs. Do not. just go back, and then if I keep going, that something bad will happen. Why are you laughing at that, Tony? I'm just kidding. But yeah, and I never. Eventually, in all these dreams, I stop going downstairs because they'll just keep going.
Yeah,
But I
just
feel
back
like
rooms it.
yeah, I just don't know. A lot of it always winds up as like, you know, it looks like a medical facility from a classic horror movie, you know.
Oh yeah, that's a
Always
Nope.
crazy tile work, weird stuff. Always, you know, the weird thing about these dreams is that all of the bathing available is like public bathing. You know, like you have like 30 tubs.
You
in
know,
a big broad room, and it's this beautiful room, but it's like
For most of human history, that's how people bathed.
yeah, I know, yeah.
So,
and
you know, maybe
I
it's
feel less
residual
weird
mind.
announcing this in front of a bunch of strangers. I feel less weird about it, you know, because
Yeah, no, it's fine.
that's how it was in history, right?
That's
I'm
how
just
we
time
used to do it.
traveling.
We used to get in a big old tub with everybody and just soap up.
Yeah, yeah. You had that friend
Called
too,
it soap
huh?
time.
Yeah, that's the. Oh man, I have been dropping so many good subjects to switch off to tonight.
Sorry.
No, it's my own fault. But yeah, there's always these elaborate settings in my dreams, and they're all about exploring and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we've been talking about dreams a lot tonight. I've told this story a few times before, but maybe some of you are new. I had this crazy dream that has happened, so I've told this story at previous open mics, but it's fun. I was asleep. I was in a setting a lot like the Johnny Depp. What's the guy's name that does all the Johnny Depp movies? Tim Burton. Thank you. Tim Burton type Headless Horseman. What was that wasn't called? Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
First American novel ever written.
I thought that was Frankenstein, Mary Shelley.
No, that was. No, that
She was
was
not
European.
American. Yeah, burn your copy of Frankenstein as soon as you get home. Now I'm the monster. But in this dream, I had it was like all swampy and dark, just like in the movie, if you've seen it, Sleepy Hollow. And I'm like rummaging through. A lot of my dreams are just like old, dilapidated buildings, and I'm going through all this stuff, and I don't know why. And there's this roll-top desk, you know, in this office, and I'm like trying not to fall through the floorboards and stuff. And I am looking across this office as I enter the room. And if you could imagine just like an entity, I couldn't really see it directly. It was a dream. You know, dreams kind of just like fill in the blanks for you, you know, but this entity, it's like almost growling at me, you know, from across the room. And I'm exploring in my dreams. And whenever I run into something scary in my dreams, I kind of do the red panda, you know. You guys do the red panda and do it next time you guys run it. You just basically make yourself big and scary. You're like, arr, you know. And I do that at this monster. And I got this something like in front of me like this. And I'm like, I'm not afraid of you. I'll hurt you if you know, because I'm scared and I'm dreaming. And I'm trying to like lucid dream. And this thing, when I do that, it's like not scared. Like I trigger it to attack me. And it jumps over this roll-top desk and like jumps into me right here. And it was just like, for all uses of like what I saw, it really felt like this entity went into me and was like trying to possess me, or it did. I didn't block this thing. This thing jumped inside me, and I always just question myself.
The consequences of my own actions.
What's that?
The consequences of my own actions.
Yeah, I hate those. Why do we have to have those, you know?
Oh, damn it. I opened myself up.
But I was like terrified. I think I woke up right after that, and I was just terrified. Like, oh my God, I just got possessed by a demon. I just got possessed by a demon. I was freaking the hell out. And I've been watching so closely, which I'm sure I wouldn't be able to pick up on it if I was possessed. I've been just watching for telltale signs of being possessed by a demon.
I was wondering about how you were able to crawl on the windows and the ceiling earlier. I just...
That's a parlor trick. Don't mind that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, this is a real life dream I had.
It's a parlor trick.
And I'm just trying to like figure out, you know, I mean, there are so many times that I have just been scared and so sure that I'm fine. And then this dream happens, and I've been so sure that I am scared and not fine, and I definitely felt like I definitely was possessed by a demon in this dream. And I haven't seen any results that would, like, I'm not getting any gains at the gym, you know, but it was, huh? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it
I'm
could be a
cursed.
glutton demon.
I'm cursed by a demon, you know? But that was, I mean, like, I still haven't felt like I've been possessed since then, but I definitely experienced an experience where what I could detect was possession, and so that was messed up. But again, you know, it bothers me that every time I have a story about a believable paranormal experience, that I'm like the person that has gone through it. And that annoys me because I'm trying to run a semi-valid event about this right now. And all of my examples are like, oh, well, you know what happened to me? Well, you know what happened to me? It's just like...
You got to open yourself up to the possibilities. And you also have to give credence to that. I mean, like, sometimes people want to put things in boxes. Sometimes people want to, hey, we're studying this is what it is. Like Sasquatch, for example. But you can't look at Sasquatch as a scientific, here it is. Sometimes you got to look at it as like an intelligence gathering instead of trying to scientifically catalog it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's an intelligence gathering idea. Like,
you're just looking.
Two different. Yeah.
Look, don't touch.
Here's
touch,
what I saw.
don't taste.
Like, you know.
Okay, not you. You're the exception to the rule. Everyone else follow the rules, though. We have a designated taster, so you all keep your tongues in your mouths. I'm watching.
They just opened that black sarcophagus with all that juice in there. Could you just... Yeah.
Oh, gross. That's
on.
a good one. Mummies. Has anyone ever had any trouble with mummies?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
my parents weren't really that great.
Yeah. I literally have the word mama's boy tattooed on my back, so I can relate, you know. Oh, yeah. I should get a tramp stamp. What do you guys think I should get as a tramp stamp? It has to be paranormal, though. Daddy's boy, or what was the other one?
Get daddy's...
Oh. And then what's in the middle? Just an O?
Just
I just said? Oh.
No.
It says mob or bomb, you know, depending on how. Bigfoot boy.
Oh, Bigfoot boy.
I wear a size 10.5. That's not true, you know. I'm like your average. But okay, moving on. You guys, okay, so some of you guys, who's seen a ghost? Who's a ghost? You have, anyone want to come up and tell us about a time they've seen a ghost?
People?
We need a ghost story.
I gotta take a quick break.
Yeah, take a break, man. Don't buy beer over the next minute until he's back, though. Or I don't know, Vooney, you can work if you want. Yeah. Oh, you got a ghost story, Vooney. Yes. All right, everyone, Vooney over here. Huh?
I never said that.
You never said that you had a ghost story? If you have a ghost
tell.
story, though, and you still said I never said that, then...
I've told my ghost story like a couple times. I feel like here, and I don't want to tell it again tonight.
You don't have to tell it again.
Yeah, but I did want to talk about a scary dream I had about the mortuary this weekend.
Okay, so fill people in. What would be significant about a dream about the mortuary?
I work at a mortuary. That's all. That's the significance. Yeah. But I had a dream this weekend that. Oh, Tanya's in the bathroom. Fuck.
We're recording. I'll just show her later.
I had a dream, because I was telling her about this, but I had a dream this weekend where I was at the mortuary by myself, which happens, because I house it, and like sometimes people have to go to Costco and stuff, you know. So I was just there by myself, and this old woman in a purple shirt, it was like a really bright purple silk button-down shirt, came up to our front door, and she couldn't open it. She was like trying to get in. She was like banging on the door, and she was like, "Hello." But in my dream, for some reason, I was horrified of this woman, and I was like, I can't let her see me. And it was like a very realistic dream, in the sense that I was literally just exactly at the mortuary, like doing my job like I do every day. So I was like trying to hide. There's a lot of back doors at the mortuary because we have to move stuff around a lot, you know. So I went out one of the back doors and I went into like the casket storage area, and then I ran from there up into this place that we call the priest's room, and it's just like an attic basically that we use for storage. In my dream, this
It's
was
where
all
you
a
store
dream.
the priest.
I mean, I don't know what that sound was. Sorry, but yes. It was where we
So
stored
she was trying to get in.
at one
That
time.
was terrifying.
It was, and I was trying to get away from this lady, and I could still hear her like yelling after me, and she was like, "Hello, hello," and I just knew like, oh,
That's so
she's gonna do
scary.
something horrible to me if she gets inside.
Oh
So
no!
I was in the priest room, and I was like digging around, and I found this tunnel that I had to like army crawl through.
In the attic.
And in the attic in the priest room, and I army crawled through the tunnel, and I found a secret apartment that had always been there, and that was like, I don't necessarily understand the context, but I couldn't I didn't know whether it was like a secret apartment that someone had been hiding in, or a secret apartment that had been hiding a bunch of people inside of it. And then I woke up abruptly.
Oh my God.
And I went to work today, and I asked my boss, I was like, do you know about any secret tunnels? And he was like, you can go in the basement if you want. It's probably flooded. And we
I
he
had
did
my
say
boss tell me that one time.
He
and
said
I
we
should
have
not
an
have.
attic. And he said I should go in the attic, but you can only access it with like a 25-foot ladder. So
What?
I might try to do that tomorrow.
Is your mortuary in Eureka?
No. I said where it was last week, and I regretted it, so I'm not going to say it this time.
There are secret tunnels in Eureka.
Yeah, I believe it. I don't know.
I don't think they're secret. They're very public tunnels.
The public tunnels.
But
I
it was
just don't
Yeah.
know where they are. I want to go.
There's some that go in between houses that people still don't know are underneath their own houses.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
There's also
creepy if
just
you
like-
were just at your house and then like a trap door that you didn't know
Lift.
opened,
Oh
and
my
somebody was just
God.
like, "Do you have any sugar?"
And then you find out it was a slave transport tunnel.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I should've
It was weird though, the way that as soon as I got into the apartment and like looked around, and I had the realization like, oh, this was being used for something shady, that was immediately when I woke up. Like it felt like that was, and it wasn't an alarm or anything. It felt like I like came to that realization. They were like, that's what you needed to know. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of spooky. But I know that there's not a tunnel in the priest room. That's the disappointing part, because I have like,
Because it's an attic.
yeah, it's a dead end, and I've looked everywhere. We keep a bunch of weird stuff up there, but there's no tunnels. But I could check out that attic, and I can go into the basement. I don't
That
know.
we know of.
Yeah,
it.
I'm pretty sure I found an entry to a tunnel here in this building yesterday. And
Is
if
it
you
the
look
tiny-
at the floorboards in the way to your on the way to the bathroom, they all line up. And then in the corner, back near Vita Sana, whatever they do, that means healthy life in whatever language that is. They open next door. Patronize them. They're probably really nice people. Over towards their door on the left, there is a cut in the boards where it looks like it's basement access or something. But until I figure out where that goes, baby, that is a tunnel.
What? Yeah, how many?
Yeah,
other
clap.
people-
Everyone clap. Come on. Let's just clap for this event.
How?
You know,
How-
everyone claps when I go down. I'm great at it. You know, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
How many people, like during the scare that we were going to get nuked? How many people built tunnels, or not tunnels, bomb shelters underground?
There was
around?
if you guys remember in recent events, they had in Hawaii, they had a false warning for a nuclear attack from North Korea in Hawaii. And everyone's phones said this is not a test. Get into shelter. Nuclear ballistic missile is on its way to Hawaii right now. And it came out on the news right after that was not true, and everyone was fine, and don't worry about it. The system went off at the wrong time. But then
Yeah,
people all hid in sewers. They screamed and cried. They held their kids for what they thought was the last time. It just traumatized so many people in Hawaii that they thought that Hawaii was going to be the receptor of a nuclear attack. And that was really not covered that much on the news, is the amount of damage to these people's minds and psyches about.
How would you like to be the guy that told your boss off and then had to go back to work?
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, yeah. You got like 3 minutes, right? If you see, you got like 3 minutes to get under something strong. Those Minuteman missiles that we have, and everything else is like held to that standard or better. If you don't get, I mean, like I try and just make sure wherever I am that I know where I'm going to go to in the event of an extreme emergency. You want to know where there's fresh water? Where would I go now? In the tunnel out back. I just told you. Come on. No, I don't know. I just like to think about it and be prepared. But, you know, guys, I mean, I don't think it's crazy to suggest that everyone should have 7 days water and dried food just where you live.
I mean, you should have that anyway. You got to have that bag because we live in earthquake country. So you never know. I think PG&E tomorrow could be like, oh, it's windy, no power for a month.
Yeah. What does PG&E stand for? People getting no energy. There's a silent N in there.
Can I leave?
Huh?
Sorry.
You can leave, Booney, if you want. You can stay if you want.
Fine.
Guys, Booney, everybody. Thank you so much. Booney is also one of our beloved staff members here at the Siren Song Tavern, the venue that just keeps on giving. So what? We covered curses tonight. Hey, is there anything anyone wanted to hear coming to this event? We'll cover it right now. We're just going to make sure we talk about everything under the sun before we think about maybe wrapping it up in a little bit. Was there anyone who wanted to come on, tell your story about something scary? Anyone trying to tell us off for any opinions we had, which are not the opinion of Paranormal Open Mic and the opinions of all that sort of... And don't touch the table. I just touched the table again.
So many times.
I love dragging this event on like forever. If you guys want to keep going, let's do it. You know, yeah, we got one nod. And then you would have to like clean up your stuff in order. You have to like get your camera together at the end of the event.
I mean,
right?
I can do that.
There's a haunted camera.
The haunted camera.
I like, there was a haunted camera on that TV show, Are You Afraid of the Dark, when I was younger. And they used to have a camera that was haunted, and if it filmed you, some weird shit happened. I don't know.
Do you ever think that like those spooky shows for kids, like they had one where like the mannequins came to life and people were left in an abandoned mall?
Yeah.
Do you ever think that like the psychic residue from that creates like the things like the back rooms or those?
Oh, the back rooms, those are cool.
Those are cool.
Oh, that's not in malls specifically, right? Or is it common in malls?
Like,
is that a mall thing?
There are mall areas of the back room.
So there's like, I mean, from what I understand, the back room is supposed to be almost like in the Matrix.
Yeah, it's like a liminal space that exists in your mind.
Yeah, and so,
You
but
clip
it's like
through
physically accessible. You go into it.
It's if the world is a simulation, and it's a computer program, you can clip through. Like, you know how you're playing games, sometimes your character will fall through the ground, and you fall so long you reappear in the back rooms.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Is that what happened to that guy?
That's what happened.
That's what. No, that's cool. Back room is just like it's this very basic empty space. Are you trying to order a beer? Is that the one? All right,
yeah,
sweet.
Beer time.
Hey guys, I'm thinking, Gordon, if you think the same thing, guys, we're gonna join up here next week for Cryptids. Bring a friend. Follow us on Paranormal Open Mic and Weird Howard. Come to all of our events at the Siren Song. Tomorrow night we have a jam session. It's open jam. It's called the Siren Sessions. It's so fun and it's free. And the music is great, and we have vocalists do freestyle vocalizations and stuff. It's definitely not something to miss. And then if you guys like tonight's event specifically and you want to see it, I do stand-up comedy on Wednesday at 8, 2 days from now, and I am so funny. I swear.
He really is very funny.
Thank you to our volunteers helping us set up tonight. Thank you, Gordon and Weird Howard Productions, for carrying the weight of our stream and such.
Thank you, Peter, for putting on such an amazing show.
So fun.
Bringing this into
Don't forget
fruition.
to follow us on Instagram, please. Thank you for clapping. I love clapping. That's the coolest thing. You're not distracting anyone. If everyone's sticking around, please, we're still going to be open. I'm still serving beers and stuff, and I'd love to hear everyone's opinion on this event. And we're always trying to improve, so tell us what you think. You can also message us at Paranormal Open Mic on Instagram.
Yeah, leave a comment.
Until next week, people, keep it spooky.
Woo!